And Jeannette's been very, very dominant. You know, we've seen them have very minimal weakness. If they do have a weakness, look for the Bears to attack the Jayhawks just across the middle of the football field. That has been one area of vulnerability that the Jayhawks have lacked to take control over. You can't really run to the right, you can't really run to the left, and you can't really run straight ahead at Jeannette. They've been very successful at stopping that attack throughout the entire year. The times that Amani Christian Academy was able to move the ball against them just across the middle of the field, 5-10 yards from the line of scrimmage, they were able to find some success. Olsh did the same thing as well. They got the receivers open, down the hash marks, they were open, quarterback made a nice throw, and they completed the pass. So maybe look for Clairton to go that route tonight, exploit what maybe was one of Jeannette's only weaknesses on the defensive side of the ball.
Clairton does throw the ball a little bit more this year than in years past. Brendan Parsons is their quarterback. He had some success last year against Jeannette in the first game when they played in the regular season, but then in the second game in the playoffs, they actually pulled him from the quarterback spot, and Trayshawn Howard was basically running the Wildcat for them for most of the second half in that game because he was kind of ineffective. He's a junior quarterback this year, 897 yards passing coming into the game, 13 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. So a pretty solid quarterback for the Bears. They also always have good skill position players. One guy that they have been missing, though, is Aaron Thompson, a big tailback for the team. 6'2", 167 pounds, was their starting tailback last year and also was expected to be their starting tailback this year, but really hasn't played all season. His younger brother, Tavon, is the tailback this season, and he's the guy that will get the majority of the carries. But talking about the Jayhawks, of course, they have a pretty good quarterback of their own.
Yeah, they do. Seth is fantastic. He's been doing really well this year. He has come in. He's become a leader. He made a very, very impressive throw in the playoffs, and he's really come a long way, and he's a senior.
So the coin toss is done, and we are just about ready to start this one up as the rain comes down even a little bit harder here at Jeannette. So you would have to think that'll affect the passing games of both teams a little bit.
And Jeannette did win the toss. They elected to defer, and the rain is picking up here at McKee Stadium, but that's okay. Getting ready for kickoff, and it's going to be a good one, Brent. We're excited and ready to roll.
So I'm sure both teams would really like to get off to a good start in this one. In particular, Clairton, they still feel like they have a little bit of a mental edge over the Jayhawks with the success that they've had in this series. So if they could get off to an early start here and put a couple of quick touchdowns on the board, they like their chances. And, of course, for the Jayhawks, same thing. They want to try to get off to a good start here.
Absolutely. Our officials for tonight: referee Mitch Bushin, umpire Tyler McGuigan, linesman Scott Souter, line judge Eli Fuller, side judge Jeff Tash, and field judge Jim Sapeski, as it looks like Emilio Horta will kick it off for the Jayhawks.
Dominic Solomon back deep along with Kenley Ogletree, and it's a squib kick right at Ogletree, who gets it from the 15. Up across the 30, he'll be stopped right there, and that's where the Bears will take over 1st and 10 on their first offensive possession of the evening. For the Bears, quarterback is Brendan Parsons. Tavon Thompson is the tailback. Andrews Wiggins, Dom Solomon, Kenley Ogletree are the wide receivers. Leonard Robinson lines up at the tight end. Up front, Vincent King, the center. Kanye Hawkins and Deontay Reddick are the guards. Joe Stoudemire and Demetrius Weatherspoon are the tackles. Demetrius Weatherspoon, 6'6", 309 pounds, and a sophomore. Expected to be a Division I player by the time his career is done here at Clairton.
So here go the Bears, 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
Parsons in the pistol formation, a couple of guys there back with him. Long snap count. Low snap, running the option. And Jeannette's defense is there, but a good move in the backfield, as that could have been stopped for a loss on the play, but instead was able to pick up positive yardage, and it was Thompson on the carry, a gain of about 2 there.
And Kalen Piscar was finally the Jayhawk that made the tackle there, number 13, as the ball is now spotted at the 33-yard line. Bears in a little bit of a hurry here.
2nd and 8 for the Bears. Cameron Fellbaum, Zach Crutchman, and Drake Petrillo, starting 3 up front for the Jayhawks. Petrillo, 58 tackles and 8.5 sacks already coming into this game. Linebackers Kalen Piscar, Justin Kramer, Zach Bergens, Isaiah Winters, and Malik Gordon will get to the secondary here after this second down play. Again, a low snap. Parsons going to run with it himself, and it's Drake Petrillo who makes the tackle. It's going to be a gain of another 2, so it'll bring up a third and about 6 now for the Bears.
Brent, we've talked about Drake Petrillo many times this year. He's the Westmoreland Sports Player of the Week. He made a fantastic play on this effort right there, and also in the Amani game. He was everywhere. The Olsh game, he did a fantastic job. He's really been disruptive at the line of scrimmage. So the ball is now spotted at the 35-yard line. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Bears.
Marcus Barnes is the safety for the Jayhawks. Jackson Pruitt and Imani Sanders are the cornerbacks here tonight. Jackson Pruitt has had a big season with 3 interceptions, 2 returned for touchdowns. 3rd and 5 for the Bears. Man in motion is Wiggins. Again, a fumbled snap. Parsons just gets down on the football, so that's going to force a punt. But Anthony, we talked about the rain, and that was basically 3 bad snaps on 3 plays for the Bears.
Absolutely. It was definitely affecting that play. And there to make the stop, almost grabbed the fumble, was number 54, Cameron Feldbaum. So great job by Cam on that play, as the Bears will line up to punt. Looks like that's number 25, Kenlon Ogletree. He's set to punt. Back deep for the Jayhawks. Looks like that's number 2, Marcus Barnes, and also number 1, Isaiah Winters.
Good snap this time. Ogletree gets the punt away. Barnes going to let it bounce, and he will not field it. So the Hawks going to get pretty good field position here to start. It drops down at about the 35-yard line. That's where Jeannette will take over 1st and 10 on their opening possession of the evening. For Seth Howard, the quarterback for the Jayhawks, the 6'1", 170-pound senior. He has thrown for 1,170 yards so far this season, 13 touchdowns. He's also rushed for another 451, so he has done a solid job so far this season from that quarterback spot.
So, Brent, Jeannette did what they needed to do there, forced the Bears 3 and out. So here they go. It's their turn, 1st and 10 from the 35.
And we've got a penalty flag first. And, of course, Roy Hall talked about the penalties in the pregame show, as he always does. And his Hawks pick up the first penalty of the evening here, marching back 5, so it'll be a 1st and 15.
You know, last week at Riverview, the Jayhawks did a great job avoiding the yellow flags, avoiding the penalties. Tonight, they don't even get a playoff, and they have a penalty.
Also avoiding the first downs. You heard Roy Hall talk about it. Did not give up a first down last week against the Riverview Raiders. Here it's 1st down for the Hawks, and Howard going to look to throw on 1st down, a little bit short as he tries to go to the out route to Marcus Barnes. Was open, but again, that football was wet, and not a great pass there by Seth Howard.
Carlito Snapper was there as well on the coverage for the Bears in the secondary, as the rain has increased in intensity here at McKee Stadium.
So Howard the quarterback, Imani Sanders the starting tailback, Isaiah Winters and Zach Bergens are your wingbacks, Marcus Barnes, Jackson Pruitt at the wideouts. The center is Cameron Feldbaum, Michael McCabe and Zach Crutchman are the guards, Justin Kramer and Drake Petrillo the tackles. And before this play gets started, the Bears going to jump offside, so Jeannette gets 5 free yards back.
Oh, give away, take away, get it right back. So that helps. I think both teams are still trying to get organized here, get situated, see what lies in front of them, and I think there is a little bit of adversity with this weather as this quarter is going on here with 9:17 and a rolling clock.
Clairton runs a 5-2 defensive set, and here's Imani Sanders, who bounces off another tackler and is all the way down to about the 45-yard line, so he's going to be just short of the first down. Nice tough run there by Imani Sanders.
Imani Sanders did a great job last week at Riverview, scoring a couple touchdowns, played well on the defensive side of the ball as well with a pick, and here he is again here tonight making some noise early.
They do give him the first down there, so they'll move the sticks. 1st and 10 for the Hawks at their own 45-yard line. We'll get to the Clairton defense right after this play, and it's Imani Sanders once again right up the middle, gets about 3 or 4. Another tough run for the junior tailback.
So the Jayhawks have decided to go straight at the Bear defense here with a little bit of success so far. Almost at midfield, just shy of it. Second down and long 6, Brent.
You see the camera bouncing around a little bit. It's because we have them in the metal stands here at McKee Stadium. So if anyone walks on those metal stands, it does bounce a little bit. Nathan Rue in motion, and I don't even know if that's allowed. It's number 70. Has to kind of declare himself eligible, I believe, to be able to make a move like that. So it is against the Hawks.
Yeah, marching them back 5 yards.
Penalty number 2 against Jeannette.
So 2 5-yard penalties. And Clairton with the 5-yard
Still second down.
Okay. Clairton 3 and out on their opening possession. The Jayhawks do have a first down here on their opening drive of the evening. Jeannette averaging 40.7 points per game coming into the night. And Howard again gives it off to Amani Sanders. This time there's some Clairton Bears there to meet him. Going to be a short gain of about 2. For Clairton up front, Kanye Hawkins, Joe Stoudemire, Vincent King, Demetrius Weatherspoon, and Deontay Reddick make up the defensive front. Leonard Robinson, Dante Sanders, and Tavon Thompson are your linebackers. Dom Sullivan, Andres Wiggins are the cornerbacks, and Kenlon Ogletree is the deep safety for the Bears.
And I think both of these teams might decide to abandon trying to throw the football here with this rain and wind increasing in intensity.
This reminds me a little bit of that 7-2 Jeannette Greensburg Central Catholic game back in 2006.
I just thought about that a little bit earlier, Brent. Yes, this is very reminiscent of that game. I think that night it was raining even a little bit harder than this, and I think the field was in worse condition. You could definitely see the mud, and so far the field isn't that muddy, but it's on its way.
So another penalty against the Hawks, another 5 yards back. 3rd and 12 now for Jeannette. Howard gets the snap, rolls near side. Looks downfield, he's got a man. It was Jackson Pruitt who would have been open for the first down, but again, Seth Howard short hops it, and the Hawks are going to be first to punt for the first time here tonight.
You know, Brent, last week at Riverview, the times that Jeannette did choose to throw the ball, they did elect to go with those bullet passes just off the line of scrimmage, and a couple of times Seth did bounce those short of the receiver. So one of the things that I did see that could have been improved upon from last week was a few of those throws. So we will get ready to punt the football here as Toby Klein is in punt formation for the Jayhawks. Back there for the Bears, that's number 3, Andres Wiggins.
He is going to call for a fair catch right at the 25-yard line. So that's where the Bears will start their second drive of the evening. Clairton comes into the night averaging 34.6 points per game. And a mix of run pass. Again, the quarterback Parsons, close to 900 yards passing on the season. The tailback Thompson, over 408 yards. He's the leading rusher on the team. Not quite been as explosive, though, offensively, Clairton, this year as they have been in years past. You remember some of those seasons a couple of years ago when they would average 50, almost 60 points per game.
And that one game that was here, the 56-29 game.
So Parsons and the Bears have a 1st and 10 here from their own 25-yard line. Just underway in a rain here at McKee Stadium. That's Thompson right up the middle. Yard or 2 is all he will have, and it's Justin Kramer from that middle linebacker spot who comes up to make another tackle.
And also getting up from the bottom of the pile, number 55, Zach Crutchman, who did not play last week but is back in the lineup tonight. Looks like the ball is spotted at the 27-yard line, so the Bears face a 2nd and about 8 with 6:55 remaining here in the first quarter of play. So each team has had a possession and each team has punted.
Kramer comes into the game with 85 tackles, looking for his 3rd straight season with over 100 tackles. And again, another run for the Bears, and Malik Gordon comes up from his linebacker spot to throw him down right at the line of scrimmage. Actually, maybe a loss of a yard on the play, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Bears.
Yeah, Tavon Thompson found nowhere to run but into Malik Gordon, so nice play by Malik.
Thompson, a smaller back at 5'8", 136 pounds, a senior tailback for the Clairton Bears. So it is 3rd and 8 here, and will the Bears look to pass for the first time here tonight?
It has been raining this way for quite some time, Brent, and it just continues in this steady rain.
Parsons back to pass, looking for the deep route, and it is incomplete. No penalty flag thrown. The receiver, Ogletree, wanted one, but Jackson Pruitt with good coverage there. So again, the Bears will be forced to punt.
And Jackson Pruitt's had a great season so far, and it continued again last week at Riverview with another interception. So he's really done well, and he's established himself as a Division I prospect.
Got a couple of hellos to get out of the way. First of all, Shane and Kelly listening to us down in Virginia Beach. We want to say hello to them and thank you for tuning in each and every week for these Jayhawk broadcasts as the punt is away, headed Marcus Barnes' way. Takes a hop. Barnes this time will decide to return it. Not much room, though, and he's thrown down right at midfield, so the Hawks will take over 1st and 10 from there. Also, our buddy Dave Kabukovic at home tuning into this game.
What's up, Dave? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And decided not to brave the raindrops here tonight.
And also wanted to say hello to Jeremy Noonan listening down in Charlotte, North Carolina. His father, Paul Noonan, long-time Jeannette football coach. Spent a lot of time, was one of my mentors, and definitely a great man. And I actually saw him Saturday at the game at Riverview.
Yeah?
He was there, yes.
We had a chance to talk to him on a broadcast a couple of years ago.
At Leechburg.
Right, yep. So 1st and 10, Amani Sanders gets the ball right up the middle on the zone read, and look at him push the POW forward. Amani Sanders is only 5'5", 160 pounds, but boy, can he move that POW.
Take a look at that replay, Brent. Straight ahead, Amani Sanders using his legs, pushing the POW ahead. Great job, Amani Sanders.
So right now, the Jayhawks are able to get 5-6 yards per run, while the Clairton Bears have not been able to get much going at all with their rushing attack. And in this rain, you'd have to think that's going to be pretty important tonight.
Absolutely.
Sanders again right up the middle, leans forward, and going to be just short of the first down, but again gets about 2 or 3 this time. So it will bring up a 3rd and a yard and a half maybe here for the Hawks.
Deontay Reddick there on the stop. Also number 51, Derek Hampton on the play for the Bears. Looks like the ball is now spotted at about the 42-yard line. So another key 3rd down for the Jayhawks here as the first quarter clock continues to roll at 4:45.
Pink out night here at McKee Stadium for the Jayhawks and their fans. That's why they've got the pink on underneath their uniforms. Zach Bergen's in motion, high snap. Howard brings it down and gives it to Amani Sanders, who slips forward. He could have had the first down there, but lost his footing, and it's going to bring up a 4th and about a yard. So what does Roy Hall elect to do here?
Yeah, and that was Don Napper there as well, so it was very close to first down yardage, but Amani's right foot just went into the McKee Stadium turf, and down he went. And it does look like the Jayhawks are going to punt with Toby Klein in punt formation. So the Bear receivers getting set to return the punt. That is number 3, Andres Wiggins, and also number 6, Tavon Thompson. And the punt is away.
Klein does get it off, and it's a good one.
Yes.
Will go into the end zone, so a touchback, and the Bears will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. I want to congratulate our Week 8 Permane Brothers Westmoreland County Player of the Week, Max Pasula of Greensburg Central Catholic. Max threw for 220 yards and 4 touchdowns and ran for 2 more scores in GCC's win over Cornell last week. Max receives a prize pack from Permane Brothers on East Pittsburgh Street in Greensburg and is featured in an article you can read right now on westmorelandsports.com. Congratulations to our other nominees, Jack Salapak of Norwin, Gabe Dunlap from Penn Trafford, and Ligonier Valley's Kyrie Miller. So it is 1st and 10 for the Bears. Their 3rd offensive possession of the evening. First 2 ending in punts for Clairton.
First down, Bears.
A little confusion here by the Bears offensively as to where to line up. Finally, they get set. Lone wide receiver to the far side of the field. And a pistol formation for Parsons with Thompson back there with him. Thompson gets it, and it's Zach Crutchman who meets him at the ball. Fumble. Referee blew the whistle.
Sure did,
probably shouldn't have, but he blew the whistle. So Clairton's going to get the ball back, but
Justin Kramer had the football in his hand. And that whistle was definitely blown before he was down. Crutchman with the play there, making the tackle, but the ball bounces loose.
Justin Kramer.
Leonard Robinson tried to get it, but was unable to.
But they blew the whistle when Robinson was on the football, so Clairton still is going to keep it. They get a gain of about 3, so bring up 2nd and 7 here now for the Bears, who have had some problems with this weather and the ball handling so far early in this game.
I remember that
Low
play.
snap again. Parsons picks it up, now has a little bit of room to the outside, but Marcus Barnes coming up from the safety spot to make the tackle, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and long once again for the Clairton Bears.
And nice job by Crutchman once again, finding his way into the Bear backfield, forcing Parsons to make a move, and he ran into the arms of Marcus Barnes. So Jeannette defense has held strong here. Clairton has tried to go straight ahead. They've tried to go to the left. They've tried to go to the right. They haven't had much success, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 5.
Jeanette Mayer, Kurt Antoniak in the house tonight, showing a picture from last week we had a chance to take, my old baseball manager. As Parsons looking to pass, rolls near side, and he had a man, but at the last second, Marcus Barnes sticks the paw in there to bat it away, and it's incomplete. The Bears will be forced to punt once again.
In the backfield that time, once again, Zach Crutchman and also Justin Kramer were giving chase as we take a look at it on the replay. Great job by those guys. They got loose. First there was Justin Kramer. You see him taking off, and Crutchman was there as well at the 20-yard line, forcing that throw, and a great play by Barnes.
So another punt here for Ogletree and the Bears.
Back for the Jayhawks, what do we have back there? Isaiah Winters and also Marcus Barnes set to receive the punt.
Low snap on the ground. Ogletree goes down to get it, though, and gets the punt away. Nice job there by the punter. Barnes fields it in Jeannette territory. And he is to the 45, to the 40, gets a huge block, but there goes the penalty flag. So Marcus Barnes would have been inside the 10-yard line, but penalty flags all the way back around the 40-yard line, so the Hawks will take over 1st and 10 somewhere back that way.
And you saw what it takes, just a little opening, and Marcus Barnes took off, but it will all be coming back. Penalty is against the Jayhawks. They will have the football, but not where they had hoped. Right now it's spotted down at about the 7-yard line, but it is coming back.
So two teams that are used to scoring a lot of points, but no points scored so far in this first quarter. You look back at some of the scores in this series from the previous years. 40-6 Clairton win last year in the regular season finale. Clairton put up 58 and 56 in the first 2 games against the Jayhawks, but I guess last year's Jeannette win was kind of a defensive battle as well. Jeannette winning 18-7 in that game. Remember Robert Poogie Kennedy's amazing one-handed catch against his helmet last year that really sparked the Jayhawks in that one.
You know, in these 8 games that Clairton, they outscored Jeannette. My math is correct here, 259-86, 173-point differential. That's a 21.5 margin of victory per game for the Bears.
Howard gets the snap, goes to the bullet pass to Marcus Barnes to the far side of the field. Short gain on the play as the Bears were ready for that one. The Jayhawks ran that play a number of times this year, and the Bears were expecting it.
Brent, I just took a look at our monitor here, and I got a glimpse of Coach Hall with a big smile on his face, so that was nice to see. It's been a great week here in Jeannette. We had the Halloween parade. Last night was trick-or-treat night. Tonight is the Clairton-Jeannette football game, so it's been a fun week so far here. So Coach Hall is definitely smiling there.
Good. I'm glad to see him having some fun. As we've got a flag thrown, this one looks like it's going to go against Clairton, though. So they may have lined up in the neutral zone there. We'll see what the official call is, but yeah, it looks like it's offsides against the Bears. So instead of a 2nd and 8, it's going to be a 2nd and 3 now for the Jayhawks after they march off this 5 yards.
It's a little sloppy on both sides, Brent, but that's to be expected with the conditions that both teams are dealing with.
Bring up 2nd down and 3.
Not a fun night to be a fan, but it's fun for the players.
Absolutely.
I always loved playing and practicing in rain and made it a lot more fun. As Amani Sanders is stacked up right in the middle of the defense there, bounces off the tackler, but he's actually going to end up losing a few because of that. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and long now for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, nice job by Leonard Robinson making the stop on Amani in the backfield.
Leonard Robinson, bring up 3rd down.
So first time tonight, Amani Sanders is stopped dead in his tracks. And it will bring up a 3rd and long. So Hawks going to take a timeout here. And we will take the timeout with them. Be back in a moment. 2:01 to go in the football game. No score. We're glad to have you along here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Hi, Westmoreland County football fans. This is Chad Ammon, president of the Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce. At the Chamber, we open doors for businesses every day, providing our members with the tools, programs, and opportunities they need to grow. By helping our county businesses reach their goals, our community's overall quality of life is enhanced. Call 724-834-2900 or visit westmorelandchamber.com for your company to become a member of the Chamber of Commerce. The Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce, building business, connecting communities, and empowering people.
It is really coming down here at McKee Stadium as we've got 2:01 to go in the first quarter of the football game. No score. Hawks facing a 3rd and 6 officially from their own 49-yard line. And Wayne Wade, the head coach of Clairton, out there chatting away with the referee in a not-so-polite tone, so he is already not happy with the referees. Howard from the pistol with Amani Sanders back there with him. Tight formation for the Hawks. Bergen in motion. But first, we've got a penalty flag thrown, and this one looks like it's probably going against the Hawks.
And coming out of the timeout, that is not what the Jayhawks sideline had in mind. So
False start is the call.
This looks like a night where every yard is really going to come into play.
yes,
So
absolutely, no
looks
doubt.
like that can really, really hurt as they are all the way back to the 44-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and 11 now for Jeannette. Seth Howard, 1,170 yards passing coming into this football game. Most in the regular season in quite a while for the Jayhawks. And he gets the snap back to pass. Going to float one down to Marcus Barnes, who's got some separation and makes the catch.
What
Marcus
a fantastic
Barnes gets
catch.
the first down.
Double teamed on the play by 2 Clairton Bears. That was number 6, Tavon Thompson, and also number 25, Kenlon Ogletree. What a throw by Seth Howard. An even better catch by Marcus Barnes, just inside the 30-yard line, arms stretched out, goes down at the 25. Fantastic play. Brent, it's not a dry day. It's really raining. What a throw and catch.
Indeed, not easy to do in this kind of weather as Howard's going to run with it here himself right up the middle, and he is down to about the 15-yard line. Takes a big hit there. But talking about Marcus Barnes, didn't get to play in last week's game against Riverview. He was thrown out of the Greensburg Central Catholic game a couple of weeks ago, picked up 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties and was thrown out of the game. So when you're thrown out of a high school game, you have to sit out the next week as well. But he's back and playing well here tonight.
And a little bit of frustration on that play by number 25, Kenlon Ogletree, as he delivered the blow to Seth Howard. But back up are the Jayhawks, and 2nd down and about 4.
Inside of a minute to go here in the first quarter. Hawks looking to put their first points on the board. Howard again on the quarterback run. And he's across the 15, close to the first down, maybe a half yard short. A nice run there by Seth Howard.
Yeah, it definitely was, and that was number 69, Deontay Reddick, the Clairton Bear, making the stop there. But looks like it's going to be still 3rd down. Are they going to measure here? Nope, they are not. So, okay.
Just short.
3rd and very short with 25 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Still from the pistol formation, though, Howard brings a man in motion. And again, it's Howard right up the middle, easily picks up the first down and more. Seth Howard, 13-yard touchdown run, puts the Hawks on the board for the first time here tonight.
Brent, the rain is falling. The Jayhawks are flying straight through the Bear defense into the end zone. Couple moves by Seth Howard. Touchdown, Jeannette, 6-0. Took advantage of some penalties there on that drive. A fantastic throw and catch. Seth Howard to Marcus Barnes, and Seth completes the drive, broke broke a tackle there at the 5-yard line, skirted off to his left and into the end zone. Touchdown, Jeannette. Lining up to kick the extra point. That is number 64, Emilio Horta, out of the hold of Jackson Pruitt.
This could be big tonight. The snap and hold are good, and Huerta puts the boot to it. And he got it through, so at the 12-second mark in the first quarter, the Jayhawks take a 7-0 lead over the Clairton Bears. Back in a moment here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
I've had a lot of titles: twin, company executive, university president, daughter and caregiver. Early on, Mom won a battle with cancer. She lived with that pre-existing condition. Thanks to Dad's union plan, she never lost her health care. But now, Guy Reschenthaler supports cutting coverage for people like Mom. I'll care for your family just like I've cared for mine. I'm Bibiana Borio. I approve this message. And my next title, Congresswoman.
Tonight's live Jayhawks football broadcast on the Westmoreland Sports Network is being made possible by the support of the Jeannette Football Parents Club. President Katie Pruitt Hartman, Vice President April Cox, Treasurer Beth Johnson, Secretary Heather John, and the entire Parents Club wishes good luck to Coach Roy Hall and the Jayhawks this season. The Jeannette Football Parents Club, making it possible for our student athletes to experience high school sports at its highest level.
Now we are back at McKee Stadium as Huerta kicks one off. Ogletree going to field it inside his 20. Breaks near side, got a little bit of room, and Clairton is going to have their best starting field position of the evening as they are out to about the 30-yard line, trailing 7-0 here, just 6 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Making the special teams play, that was number 1, Isaiah Winters, as we take another look at the touchdown run by Seth Howard as he scampers his way from the center of the field off to the left and into the end zone for the Jeannette touchdown.
Seth Howard came into the game the second leading rusher for the Jayhawks, just behind Amani Sanders, and picks up another touchdown running the football there. So probably the last play of the first quarter here. Parsons, the quarterback, brings a man in motion. And he tried to get it to him, but it's Tavon Thompson who cuts inside. He's got his first room of the night and out to the 45-yard line, so easily a first down for the Clairton Bears, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. So we stand, Jayhawks 7, Clairton nothing. We will be back to bring you the second quarter here in a moment on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
The John V. Graziano Funeral Home on North 2nd Street in Jeannette proudly serves families in the Jeannette community. The Graziano Funeral Home focuses on traditional and non-traditional services, including funerals, cremation, memorial services, military services, grief support, and pre-planning. Please call us at 724-523-5433. The John V. Graziano Funeral Home in Jeannette, creating a meaningful service to honor the life and memory of your loved one.
Score big with the Bowser family of dealerships featuring GMC, Buick, Cadillac, Subaru, Hyundai, and Nissan. Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? Visit powerofbowser.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to find your perfect vehicle. Get the absolute best price and the best car buying experience anywhere. It's the power of the Bowser family of dealerships. Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Second quarter starts up with a 1st and 10 for Clairton, but first we've got a penalty flag thrown.
Another pre-snap penalty, Brent. That time it was Kenlon Ogletree. Offsides, marching the Bears back 5 yards, so instead of 1st and 10, it's 1st and 15.
You know the Bears can explode at any time, but they really had no offense at all in that first quarter, so losing 5 yards is big to them right now.
But that was their most prolific play of the game, that little scamper that got to where they are now.
So 1st and 15 now for the Bears as we start the second quarter. Parsons gets the snap again, and nowhere to go, takes another hard hit as he is across the 40, but barely. So that'll bring up a second and about 14 now.
Nice job by Marcus Barnes coming up to make that tackle. He went low, and Drake Petrillo went high, so they combined to make the tackle for Jeannette.
Bring up second down and 14.
Drake Petrillo has just been such a stud defensively for the Jayhawks this year. The 6', 205-pound senior captain on the football team.
Hard to believe that last year came in late along with Seth Howard, went on to win state championship, and has been improving dramatically as each game continues.
Started offensively last year in that state championship game. Look at Brendan Parsons, how dirty he is already. An incomplete pass there, but yeah, the field definitely muddying up here with 11:11 to go in the first half.
And that pass was intended for number 15, Leonard Robinson, and actually looked like it bounced off of his shoulder pad, so it wasn't that far off target, as Parsons was running to his right towards the Jeannette bench, threw across his body and just a little bit behind him.
Wide open receiver there, got to make that catch.
Absolutely, even in the rain.
But how about Leonard Robinson? He was actually shot in the chest back in June. Is fully recovered here and is out playing football. Division I prospect for the Clairton Bears. He was working as a lifeguard at a Clairton pool, and a 15-year-old kid came up, shot him in the chest. Scary summer for Leonard Robinson, and I'm sure he's happy to be out there playing football.
Yeah, thankfully he's okay and out here playing for the Bears, as we do see another penalty marker fall to the turf here at McKee Stadium.
Back judge, so it's a delay of game, and the Bears will lose a few more yards here.
On the Bears.
So third and even longer now for the Bears.
Third down and
Yeah,
19.
ball goes back to about the 37-yard line, Brent.
So everything has been going Jeanette's way so far in this football game, but again, with these Clairton Bears, at any moment,
You just don't ever know. You never know. Even with the weather conditions as they are.
Parsons back to pass. And he is looking for Wiggins to the near side, or that's Ogletree actually, and it is incomplete. No penalty flags down.
Nice coverage there in the secondary by Jackson Pruitt.
Jackson Pruitt,
another guy that has been a stud defensively here this season from his cornerback position for these Jayhawks, and he was right there with Ogletree step for step.
He sure was, Brent. And actually, as we take a look at this replay, he was the one that had his fingertips on that football, and you could see he was a little bit upset because he almost intercepted that.
So another punt for Ogletree here, and look at the footing is not going to be great for him here. He's going to be punting from right in the middle of the mud bath. Does get the punt away, and it's a nice one.
Wow, Marcus Barnes
and
running
back.
back.
It is going to take a big bounce inside the 10-yard line. Marcus at the last second thought about picking it up. Maybe should have there.
Wow.
But all the way down to the 5-yard line. Big play there for the Clairton Bears.
So they played the field position game. Fantastic punt. Barnes chases it back and looked like he wanted to pick it up there at the 6 and decided not to. So Jeannette will take possession there. First down and 10 from their own 6-yard line with the long field in front of them as we stand in the second quarter. 10:53 remaining. Jeannette leading Clairton 7-0 in this game for the Eastern Conference Championship.
Got to be careful in this situation with a slippery football down by your own goal line. Up 7-0. Don't want to make a big mistake here. So it's Howard again, brings Nathan Rue in motion, and he's going to run right behind Rue. Now cuts inside a little bit more, leans forward, and he's out across the 10-yard line. So another first down. Nice run for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, coming up from the bottom of the pile there for the Bales, number 50, Vincent King making the stop. Also, that was number 51, Derek Hampton there as well. But the Jayhawks continue to go straight ahead at the Bears.
They've really won the first down battle here tonight. Picks up 5 there, so it's 2nd and 5 for the Hawks. Howard again going to run the football. As Zach Crutchman leading the way this time, gets to the outside across the 20-25. Another flag thrown in the direction of Marcus Barnes, the wide receiver who is out there trying to throw a block, but may have been an illegal block. Should still be a first down, though, based on where the flag is thrown and where the ball would be moved back to.
But a great job as we take a look at the replay. Watch number 55, Zach Crutchman. Also number 70, Nathan Rue. Check out Crutchman. Straight ahead. Also Nathan Rue in the backfield making the block. Springing Howard to the outside. And there's Marcus Barnes with the penalty. A little push from the back there. And yes, that will draw the flag right in front of the official.
Yeah, good camera work there. So we saw the block in the back. by Marcus Barnes. So football moved back to the 15-yard line. Going to be just short of a first down, actually, but they will replay the down. So it's going to be second and short here now for the Hawks.
Yeah, the sticks say second on the 14-yard line. 10-14, running clock here, second quarter.
Long snap count, and we've got another penalty flag. This one may actually go against Jeannette. As Clairton was bringing the blitz, but no, it is against the Bears.
Wow. I saw the official at the far side of the football field point the other way. So while we have a quick minute here, Brent, I just want to say thank you to everyone at Westmoreland Sports for putting together tonight's broadcast and bringing this to everybody who is not braving the elements but is watching this game from their home. So thank you to everyone there for bringing this game live from McKee Stadium into your home. We're very blessed to have them.
Absolutely. Another tough run by Amani Sanders for about 4 out to the 24.
Number 15 in there, who was that? Brent, number 15, Leonard Robinson. Also number 11, Don Napper there to make the stop. And we've got people listening all over the country. So Jayhawks and Bears fans, not only here in Pennsylvania, but also throughout the country. And we appreciate you watching us. We appreciate you listening to us. You can check us out on Facebook. You can check us out on Twitter. We're there. You can watch tonight's game later as well if you want. Play it back anytime. There goes Amani Sanders straight up the middle again. Gets hit hard at the line of scrimmage, Brent.
Number 3, Amani Sanders with the carry.
Yeah, so Clairton has finally realized what Jeannette is trying to do, basically running right at them. So they bring in some of the guys from the linebacker spots up a little bit closer.
Big hit.
Deontay Riddick with that tackle. It's a loss on the play.
Ball spotted at about the 20, just shy of the 25-yard line at about the 24. Third down, and looks to be a long 6.
Trips far side, lone wide receiver is Barnes to the near side. Now a man in motion, and first we've got a whistle and a penalty flag thrown. And this one looks like it's going against the Hawks. So they will back them up 5 yards here as Wayne Ray comes out to pick up some garbage on the field, it looks like.
Thank you, Coach. Well, the pre-snap penalties continue to mount, Brent.
You can tell both these teams excited about a big game like this, trying to get off the ball in a hurry, but you still got to watch that football. So it will be 3rd and 11 now for Jeannette from their own 19-yard line, leading 7-0 here in the second quarter.
Seth Howard appears to be trying to hurry this play up.
Back to pass, plenty of time. Now rolls out to the far side of the field, and he is going to run with it and get out of bounds after picking up about 5 there. So Hawks will be forced to punt here. And again, with the field conditions, you got to be careful when you're snapping and punting.
Nice job in the backfield there. That was number 55, Demetrius Weatherspoon. Also number 11, Dom Napper, giving chase to Howard, flushes him out of the pocket towards the Jeannette sidelines, and Seth couldn't do anything but hold on to the football and try to pick up as many yards as he possibly could before he was forced out of bounds there by Leonard Robinson. So Toby Klein
on the punt once again, gets this one off, and it takes a Jeannette bounce into Clairton territory, and it will be down just short of the 45-yard line. So Toby Klein does his best there to get the ball back over into Clairton side of the field.
Looks like it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears from their own 47-yard line as the clock has stopped with 8:14 remaining here in the second quarter as the rain continues to fall. Hopefully it continues to fall straight down, Brent. From our broadcast position here, we are doing quite well. We are dry, thankfully. We're happy to bring you this game tonight, this Eastern Conference Championship game in the WPIAL Single A. And we're ready for the continuation here of this second quarter as the Jayhawks lead the Bears 7-0.
So another penalty on that play against the Clairton Bears. So instead of pretty good field position, back them up a little more to about the 36 is where this drive will start. Bears really no offense to speak of whatsoever so far in this football game. This Jeannette defense has been very impressive so far.
They sure have, and this is what we've seen from them throughout this year, and they continue it here tonight.
Low snap again. Parsons gives it off to Thompson. Spin move, look at him go. And if he could have kept his footing there, he might have had a big run. As it is, does pick up the first down, so the Bears will have a 1st and 10 from their own 48.
So if we take a look at this replay here, Kalen Piscar made the tackle, but he really didn't. Take a look here, Brent. He was right there. He had it. Let him slip away, and first down yardage. Got a hit and wrap. So that's equates to a Bears first down as they approach Jeannette territory.
Just their second first down of the football game. Parsons gets the snap, going to run it himself this time. Got a little bit of room and tripped up. Nice ankle tackle there by Malik Gordon from his linebacker position.
Malik Gordon showing his speed. Nice tackle there. We saw a little bit of Malik's speed last week in the Riverview game. He had an interception return, and then he also got on the scoreboard and into the end zone for the Jayhawks and made a nice tackle there.
See Dan Cooper, the former equipment manager for the Jayhawks, down on the sideline tonight. Longtime equipment manager. I'm sure he's happy he's not going to have to clean these uniforms tonight.
Absolutely. It's good to see Coop out there. He's had many years of dedication to not only this Jeannette football program, but also Jeannette in general. So good to see Coop out there.
Thompson on the run that time and really nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So it will bring up a 3rd down now for the Bears. 3rd and about 5 here from the 47-yard line.
We saw Drake Petrillo with some excitement there as he went back to the Jeannette huddle, and he's definitely been some passion here on the football field, and we saw it on the baseball field as well, as he's a WPIL champion for the Jeannette baseball team.
Leonard Robinson in kind of an H-back position for the Bears, and that's where Parsons is going to look to, and he is wide open, spins off the tackler. Look at Leonard Robinson go, and Leonard Robinson has a 47-yard touchdown. Brendan Parsons to Leonard Robinson. Bears right back in the game.
Fantastic play by Parsons to find Robinson open. Robinson did the rest, took off, left the Jeannette defense in the dust into the end zone for 6. So just when you think the Bears can't do much, they find a little play there. Very nice pass. Caught at the 40-yard line, just out of the hands of Justin Kramer and Marcus Barnes. Off into the end zone. Number 15 for the touchdown, Leonard Robinson.
Quite a few missed tackles here for the tonight for the Jayhawks, and that one cost them there.
And on both sides of the football, and it appears as though the Bears are going to line up to kick this extra point. That's number 25, Kenlon Ogletree.
Parsons, the holder, puts it down, and the kick is blocked. And it went right back into his face, I believe, there, but it's no good.
I think that might have been Marcus Barnes that was the first Jayhawk in there. We'll take a look at the replay to see who will give that one credit to. But our score is 7-6 here in the second quarter. As we take a look at this replay, Marcus Barnes comes flying in and went right into the back of the line, it looked like, Brent.
Took a big hit there, but we'll take a break here. 6:30 to go in the first half. Jayhawks lead Clairton 7-6. Back in a moment on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Penn Avenue Brews in Jeannette has one of the largest selection of crafts you'll find anywhere. Along with a rotating draft selection, growlers, crowlers, you can even mix and match 6-packs. For a complete selection, visit PennAvenueBrews.com and try out delicious new features during our Tasting Tuesdays. Penn Avenue Brews, open daily near Jeannette Distributing on Penn Avenue. You must be 21 or older to drink alcoholic beverages. Please drink responsibly.
For up to the second Westmoreland County High School football scores on Friday nights this season, follow us on Twitter at WestmorelandSN or get updates on our scores tracker on WestmorelandSports.com. You can also follow us for links to broadcasts and stories, pictures, breaking news, and a lot more. A huge thank you goes out to our staff back in the studio who's tweeting scores right now on at WestmorelandSN and updating our scores tracker on WestmorelandSports.com.
Malik Gordon and Zach Bergens back deep to receive here for the Jayhawks, and Ogletree will kick off for Clairton. And Bergens across the 25, but runs right into the defender before he could get to the 30, so that's where the Hawks will take over 1st and 10 leading 7-6 here. 47-yard touchdown pass. Brendan Parsons to Leonard Robinson puts Clairton on the board, but the extra point attempt is no good, so Hawks clinging to a 1-point lead here in the second quarter.
So the Bears have tried to go at the Jeannette defense there at the center. That time they went to the right-hand side. Parsons running to his right. Found Robinson on the hash. He did the rest, broke a few tackles. And it's 7-6, Brent. 6:24 remaining here in this second quarter as the Jayhawks break the huddle. 1st and 10 from their own 30.
Howard in the pistol formation with Imani Sanders. And first we're going to have a penalty flag, as it looks like Seth Howard that time drew the Bears offside, so the Hawks might get 5 free yards here.
And those yards are crucial.
A couple other scores going on from around the area. Derry is up on Burrell 20-0. And Seneca Valley leading Norwin 7-3 right now in the final week of the regular season. Playoff pairings will be announced Monday night as Imani Sanders runs with the football for the Hawks, gets a couple and is hit hard at about the 38-yard line, so the Hawks going to be about 2 or 3 yards short of a first down here on this third down play.
Deontay Reddick has been doing a really nice job, Brent, on the defensive side of the ball for the Bears. He was in on that tackle, and he seems to be in on almost every single one. Great job there by him. Also on the play, Don Napper there to make the stop for the Bears. So the Bears are finding a little more success here in stopping the Jayhawks as they attempt to go at the center of the Bear defense.
My fault. It's actually second down here because of the penalty. So second and about 3 now for Jeannette and quarterback Howard. Bears show blitz. Howard fakes to Sanders this time. Gets away from the original tackler, but look at all those Bears around him. And Seth Howard is going to be thrown down right at about the line of scrimmage, so it will be third down and about 3, like I said.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was Sam Jones that time. He was the first Bear on the play. Also number 10, Carlito Snapper there for the Bears.
Don Napper actually starting tonight for the injured Dante Sanders, a 5'10", 230-pound linebacker for the Bears, who has a foot injury and is out of the lineup. Bears dealing with a couple of injury problems. Aaron Thompson, expected tailback, has not been able to play. Isaiah Berry, also a very good running back and linebacker for the Bears as well, has not played. So a couple of injuries for Clairton this season. Howard on the rollout. Plenty of time. Looks downfield's got a man, but it is incomplete. Zach Bergen thought it was 2, but it was 22 who couldn't reel that one in. So it's a 4th down now, and the Bears are going to get the ball back here offensively.
Yeah, nice job on the coverage there also. That was number 25, Kenlon Ogletree. There, set, ready to make the tackle on Bergen had he made the catch, but he was there in coverage. And 4:47 remaining in this second quarter. Jayhawks in punt formation. That is Toby Klein set to punt.
Wiggins back deep, along with Solomon for the Bears. Toby Klein gets a Jayhawk bounce inside the 25 down to the 22-yard line. So a good bounce there. Good luck for the Jayhawks, and the Bears will take over 1st and 10.
We've seen that twice so far. We saw Marcus Barnes elect not to pick up the football, and we just saw Tavon Thompson elect not to pick up the football in these conditions here at McKee Stadium.
Yeah, he almost put his hand on the ball
He
there
almost
as well.
did, is right. That was very close and wisely pulled it back.
For the latest on Westmoreland County High School football, tune into our brand new weekly show called Westmoreland on the Gridiron every Wednesday night at 7 on Westmoreland Sports Network. Westmoreland on the Gridiron features discussion on the biggest stories in high school football, a breakdown of all the games, plays of the week, and special interviews with a coach and player every week. That's Westmoreland on the Gridiron, Wednesdays at 7 here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
1st and 10 for the Bears from their own 23-yard line, Brent.
Parsons back to pass and short hops it. Looks like it hit the ground first. Receiver is saying catch. And the referee says no. So it's incomplete, brings up a 2nd and 10 now.
Great job by the Jeannette defense. You see Zach Bergen in there. Also Drake Petrillo in the face of Parsons. And he gets another hit and goes down. And actually Parsons did come to the sideline there briefly.
That's one thing the Jayhawks have done all season long. They have punished quarterbacks.
Yeah, we saw it against Olsh. Drake Petrillo pretty much
have a new
lived in the
quarterback in there.
backfield. Yes. And Parsons really just ran straight off the field. He almost put his hand up as if he needed a sub, and he did come right out of the football game. But back in, that looks like that's number 12, Jonte Sanders, in at quarterback.
Sophomore quarterback for the Bears just hands it off to Thompson in the backfield.
But a big hit on Thompson by Marcus Barnes came flying across the football field. As we take a look at this replay, Marcus Barnes, big hit on the play, but Thompson bounced right back up after a nice gain.
So Jonte Sanders in the game at quarterback for the Bears, 5'7", 115-pound sophomore. Seeing his first real action in a big game. He's seen some mop-up time this season, but not
he's
in a big
thrown
game
right
like this.
into the fire here tonight, Brent. Eastern Conference Championship game. He's here. His uniform is white, but not for long.
Hands it off to Thompson. Loves that spin move and spins forward to the 40. Loses the football at the end, but the play was over.
Nice play by Isaiah Winters, but it looks like he has injured his shoulder as he comes up grabbing his right shoulder, and Marcus Barnes is trying to attend to him, but he is in definite pain. Wants to stay in the football game, but it's not going to happen. Here comes Coach Hall out onto the football field.
Looking over at the sideline, Brendan Parsons looks like he's having his ankle looked at as he's down on the sideline over here to the Clairton side of the field. Isaiah Winters going to get a look at on the Jeannette side of the field.
Can't quite tell exactly what happened there, but it looks like his right arm, his right shoulder. He is making his way towards the Jeannette bench under his own power and walking with Jeannette trainer Tom Hoffman.
2nd and 6 for the Bears. 3:52 to go in the first half. Jeannette leading Clairton 7-6. Jonte Sanders in at quarterback. And he loses the football, goes back to get it, and then pays for it at the end. So going to be a loss there. Clairton has had trouble with that snap all night long, and they're going to lose some big-time yards on that one.
And again, Crutchman back there, Zach Bergen back in the backfield as we take another look at the replay. And, that snap came out low, wasn't able to handle it through his hands. It went straight down to get it and nowhere to go. He looked up and saw Zach Bergen there. Hello. Happy Halloween.
Vincent King, a senior center for the Clairton Bears, a 3-year starter for this Bears football team, but he has struggled tonight snapping the football in this mud and rain.
Well, looks like the ball's at about the 34-yard line.
With the Excella Health halftime show coming up for you in about 3 minutes from now. 3 football minutes, that is. As Parsons back into the game. He rolls to the far side of the field, and the pass is going to be incomplete, but as you hear, we do have a flag down.
Malik Gordon made a nice play in the secondary. It looks like he just batted that down with his right hand, but let's see what the penalty marker is.
And it's against the Bears, so we'll see what the Jayhawks elect to do.
Illegal shift is the call on the Bears.
As they may just want to decline this one and receive the punt. You would figure that's what they would do
Penalty
here.
was declined.
It is declined, so another punt for the Bears. Ogletree will be on.
Boy, Malik Gordon almost made the interception on that. As we take a look at that replay, it almost touched both of his hands, Brent.
4 INTs on the year already for Malik Gordon. Almost had number 5 there. As Barnes and Amani Sanders back deep on this punt return. And Ogletree again going to punt from the mud. He gets the snap, and the punt is away. Barnes underneath it from his 36-yard line. And not able to get away from the first tackler. If he would have, he could have had a big gain there.
And look who made the tackle. Jonte Sanders, the quarterback.
Don't see that happen too much. The quarterback making a tackle on a punt return.
But I like it. It's great to see. Everybody's in there contributing, making an effort, and he sure did there. He dove and stuck his arm out and made the tackle. So great play, Jonte.
2:41 to go here in the first half. Hawks will take over 1st and 10 from their own 37. Leading 7-6 here. Hawks' only touchdown was towards the end of the first quarter, a 13-yard touchdown run by Seth Howard. Bears struck back in the second quarter, 47-yard touchdown pass, Brendan Parsons to Leonard Robinson. Howard sends Jimmy Sanders in motion here, and he is back to pass. Again, pretty good protection by that Jayhawk offensive line. Howard just nowhere to go, though, downfield, and he is going to be sacked and thrown for a loss. Got to get rid of that one if you're Seth Howard.
Yeah, he was really looking downfield, but nobody was open. Deontay Reddick was there once again, also on the play. That's number 15. We've called his name how many times tonight? Leonard Robinson. You know, Drake Petrillo was trying to hold his block as much as he possibly could, but just ran out of time. And Seth had that football in his right hand. He was looking for someone to go to, but just no luck, nowhere downfield. And you know, you do want to see him get rid of the football, but at the same time, you don't want to see him fumble the football. So he held on to it, took the 7-yard loss, and we've got 2 minutes left here in this first half.
May change the Hawks' philosophy. Now they may just try to run out this clock. Jeannette will get the ball to start the second half. Nope, they won't. Howard back to pass. Across the middle has Zach Bergen right through his hands again. And Zach Bergen has dropped 2 passes here tonight. That one incomplete, so it'll stop the clock at 1:46 and bring up a 3rd and long now for the Jayhawks.
And guess who was there once again? Deontay Reddick. We've been calling his name on every single play, whether he's in the backfield or that time right in the middle of the football field. Zach Bergen had the football, let it go, but he took the hit from Reddick. Does stop the clock. 1:46 remaining, 3rd and 18 for the Jayhawks. I don't know, Brent, do you keep the football on the ground here and just let the clock run? Might be the wise decision.
That could have been a penalty flag there against Reddick, too, as he led with his helmet. Look at Amani Sanders burst through the hole. Yep. And he's across the 40, going to be short of the first down.
So now you take a timeout, stop this clock, correct, Brent?
Number 3, Amani Sanders with the carry.
See what they decide to do, because now all of a sudden they're at the 43-yard line.
Well, it's 4th down.
4th down.
I thought maybe the Bears would take a timeout here. But they will not, so the clock will keep running. 1:20 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, you know, that might be a decision.
And
I don't know. They are going to call a timeout. See, that's the ball's at the 40-yard line. You know, 1:18 left. It is a decision. You want to be careful with punting the football. It's wet. It's tough. Jeannette has had success punting tonight. Toby Klein's done a really nice job. So maybe they're just calling a timeout here to calm everybody down, make sure they have the proper personnel on the football field, get set, and get a good punt off here. Could be the thought process.
And the Bears looking to get some points on the board here before the end of the half.
Absolutely.
1:18 to go in the first half. Jeannette leading Clairton 7-6, and they will punt the football away here from their own 40-yard line.
I do see Toby Klein onto the football field, so the Jayhawks are in punt formation. Looks like going back to receive the punt. That's number 3, Andres Wiggins. Also number 6, Tavon Thompson. They're standing at their own 40-yard line.
Toby Klein in the punt.
Good snap. And the punt is away for Klein, and another nice punt by Toby Klein. It will go out of bounds inside the 30, about the 25-yard line. So the Bears will need to go 75 yards in a minute 12 if they want to get some points on the board before the end of this first half.
Nice job by Toby Klein. He's been very consistent performer from the punting position so far this year. So, yes, 1:12 left for the Bears to try and make some noise here and get ahead of the Jayhawks as they head into the locker room here as the rain continues to fall at McKee Stadium.
Saw Charlie Cook over there on the sideline by Roy Hall just a moment ago. Lost his father this week. It'll be a tough week for Charlie Cook, but he's, of course, down there on the sideline, the co-offensive coordinator for the Jayhawks, while his other co-offensive coordinator, Ryan Ritz, is up nice and cozy in the press box. No rain falling on him.
Yes, but absolutely our condolences go to Coach Cook and his entire family.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Bears from their own 27. 1:12 to go here in the first half. Parsons in the shotgun. Wings to both sides of him. Brings one of those wings in motion, and it's Leonard Robinson who caught the touchdown pass. Low snap. Parsons goes down to pick it up and run with it, but he's going to be thrown for a loss. And that clock keeps ticking away. We'll be down inside of a minute now here.
Yeah, I see Drake Petrillo getting up from the bottom of the pile. That was low snap there for
just
sure.
Bounced off Leonard Robinson's leg.
Yeah, Zach Bergen's right there on the play. Yes, Zach Bergen, Drake Petrillo, number 54, Cam Feldbaum. They were all in the backfield for the Jayhawks. And yes, the Bears are going to be content here to maybe run this out.
They're kind of taking their time as well now.
Yeah, we get close to the 30-second mark.
2nd and 13 for the Bears. Parsons has trips to the near side of the field. Long snap count. Gets the snap. Bullet pass to the outside. And it is going to be caught out there by number 11 for the Clairton Bears. That's Don Napper, who makes the catch. Picks up some positive yards, but that clock will keep running. We'll see if the Bears elect to run one more play or let this one go, as we are now down to 10 seconds.
Tripped up there on that play by Marcus Barnes. He made a nice stop.
Will the Bears try to get one more play off? 3, 2, 1. No, they will not. That will be the end of the first half. So the Jayhawks take a 7-6 lead into the locker room at halftime here. We'll come back, start up the Excella Health halftime show right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. We're glad to have you along. Halftime, Jayhawks leading Clairton 7-6. Back in a moment here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Hoffman Wealth Management, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all of your financial needs. Hoffman Wealth Management is committed to helping you pursue your goals. Stop in and speak with Hoffman Wealth Management. You'll be glad you did. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advice offered through Private Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. Private Advisor Group and Hoffman Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
D'Annunzio's Italian Restaurants, located in Jeannette, Monroeville, and Latrobe, has been serving fine Italian dining to the local community since 1977. D'Annunzio's professional staff provides excellent food and service in quaint yet elegant establishments. Whether you're planning a graduation celebration, baby shower, a wedding reception, or rehearsal dinner, D'Annunzio's will help your events be a memorable one. D'Annunzio's Italian Restaurants, Lowry Avenue in Jeannette, on Aviation Lane in Latrobe, and in Monroeville on Maasai Boulevard.
Every day, men and women from communities across this nation serve as Reserve Citizen Airmen.
I am proud to defend our nation.
Proud to be part of a team that helps make a difference.
I am proud to be part of something larger than me and to serve my country.
We celebrate those who have served and those who are proudly serving in the Air Force Reserve. Our mission is to fly, fight, and win in air, space, and cyberspace.
I am proud to be a member. I am proud to protect
Proud to serve in the U.S. Air Force Reserve.
Hummel Brothers has been Westmoreland County's leader in lighting services for over 90 years. We select our staff carefully, choosing only the best lighting designers and engineers to get you exactly what you need. At Hummel Brothers, not only can we assist you in the design of your lighting and ventilation needs, we welcome you to our extensive showroom on North 1st Street in Jeannette, where we have over 1,000 beautiful lighting fixtures on display. Visit HummelBrothers.com to view our complete gallery. Hummel Brothers, let us light up your world.
Excella Health wants to know, how can we help you today? Can we help you find a doctor? Schedule a same-day appointment. Choose just the right service for your health concern? As your healthcare partner, Excella offers hundreds of primary care and specialty doctors, along with outpatient testing, rehab, and nationally recognized heart care, surgery, and orthopedics. To learn more, visit excellahealth.org or call 1-877-771-1234.
If I had to pick one thing that I would do over and over again from a business perspective, it would be locating in Westmoreland County. People here are very talented. They're great, hardworking people. It's an excellent place to own a business.
The Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce has given us the ability to network with other businesses here within the county, brought us great exposure within the county and in neighboring areas, and we've really seen it add to the diversity of our client base.
Westmoreland County's broadcast home for high school sports, the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Conference title live from William A. Shomo Field at McKee Stadium. Westmoreland Sports has taken up residency here in our tent at about the 50-yard line, and the rain subsided somewhat, although it is still falling at the moment. But we're here, Brent. We are here, and we're going to witness this final regular season football game Jeannette and Clairton.
Didn't really get to talk about the playoff picture in Single A yet. In Single A, the top 2 teams in each of the 3 conferences automatically qualify for the playoffs. And then there are also 2 wild card teams. So the teams that are in are Our Lady of Sacred Heart and Rochester from the Big 7 conference. Jeannette and Clairton both are already automatically in the playoffs from the Eastern. And the Tri-County South is just a mess. West Green, Monessen, and California are all tied for the top spot in that conference. And the way things go tonight, it is very likely that they will need a coin flip on Monday night to determine who's going to be the 1 seed, the 2 seed, and the 3 seed out of that conference. Imani Christian is the other likely wild card. So Jeannette, you would have to think if they win tonight, the number 1 seed, even if they lose, probably only down to the number 2 seed, because again, they've already beat Our Lady of Sacred Heart, who would be the only other team you would maybe consider for that 2 seed, as we are underway here in the second half.
And it is Zach Bergen on the return for the Jayhawks. Looks like he's about just crossing the 35-yard line, out to about the 33. So good return there by Zach as he adjusts his uniform, adjusts his grip there. He had a couple passes thrown his way there in the first half, but we'll see if the Jayhawks choose to go back to the ground attack or see if they can find some luck throwing the football since the rain has subsided somewhat here. So 1st and 10 for the Jayhawks from the 35-yard line.
Big drive here for the Jayhawks, leading 7-6, but the opening drive of the second half is always an important drive. Howard back to pass, rolls to the near side of the field, floats it downfield's got a man, Jackson Pruitt at the 45, knocked out of bounds there. So that will be
very
close to a first down for the Hawks. We'll see if they get it or they don't.
So the Jayhawks come out throwing the football. Jackson Pruitt found some room, got open, and looks like he is going to be short. So maybe a gain of 8. So 2nd down and 2. They have spotted the football at the 44-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds, so the clock stops at 11:47.
And the officials are stopping this game momentarily here.
And they had...
Oh, the tee is still on the field. Yes.
That could have been dangerous.
Saw a orange speck at the 40, and it was the kicking tee.
Good spot by the ref there.
Yes.
Somebody could have stepped on that and really got hurt. So it is 2nd and 2 for the Jayhawks. Howard in the backfield by himself. Gets a block that'll spring him forward, but he's going to be close to the first down. Looks like he would have had it, but at the last second was kind of thrown backwards, and they are going to move the sticks.
Yeah, guess who was there? We called his name how many times in the first half? We're calling it here again as we start the second half. Deontay Reddick right there to make the stop, and that is enough for the first down, though, Brent. Okay, 1st down and 10 for the Jayhawks from the 46-yard line.
Kind of a bear tackle there as he threw him to the ground, threw him backwards, but forward progress gives Seth Howard the first down, and Howard's going to run with it again, but he does not have a whole lot of room. The Bears know what's coming. They want to stop that run game first, and they do it there. Going to bring up a 2nd and long now for Jeannette.
Yeah, great job by the defensive line of the Clairton Bears, surging ahead. Seth Howard was trying to run to his right, but no such luck, and back in the backfield was Tavon Thompson to make the stop. So they're going to put the football at the 45-yard line, so loss of about a yard, 2nd and 11.
Howard rolls far side of the field, chased from behind, but guy has plenty of time, throws it downfield through the defensive back's hands and then hit Isaiah Winters in the hand, but it's incomplete. Winters wants a flag, won't get it. Going to bring up a 3rd and long now for the Jayhawks.
Tavon Thompson could have had that football just slip through his hands as we take a look at the replay here. And getting up a little bit slowly and trying to make his way back to the huddle. It's number 25, Kenlon Ogletree. He's a bit shook on the play. Let's keep an eye on him as he takes up his spot in the secondary there. So the ball's still at the 45-yard line. 10:49 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Jeannette leading Clairton 7-6.
3rd and 11 for the Hawks. Howard empty set backfield, trips near side, dual wide receivers to the far side. Designed quarterback draw, and Howard doesn't have a whole lot of room. Tries to dance forward and is going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So the Hawks are going to be forced to punt here as they can get nothing going on their opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, Dawn Napper was there for the Bears, Demetrius Weatherspoon. No luck, nowhere to go for Seth. He was looking downfield and trying to just find somewhere to go, but nowhere to go except at the Bears, and down he went. So in punt formation, looks like Toby Klein is there, who's had a very successful night so far. Back to receive, that's number 3, Andres Wiggins, and also number 6, Tavon Thompson.
Yeah, punts the returners again. Toby Klein vying for player of the game honors here tonight, and that one's going to be down at about the 2-yard line. So great punt there by Toby Klein.
And that's Malik Gordon that picks up the football, downed it, and put it back to the 2-yard line where he initially picked it up. And so he is going to stay on the football field and lead the Jeannette defense here, as the Bears have 98 yards in front of them with 10:01 remaining here in the third quarter. 1st and 10, Clairton.
So with the penetration that the Jeannette defensive front has been getting all night and really all season, Bears got to be careful here. Don't want to give up 2 points if you're tackled in your own end zone.
And 2 points is crucial, definitely, here tonight.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Bears from their own 2-yard line, trailing 7-6 here. 10:01 to go, third quarter. Parsons is the quarterback in the pistol formation. Thompson back there with him. Trips to the far side of the field. Lone wide receiver to the near side. Leonard Robinson lined up at the tight end spot.
Vincent King is the center for the Bears.
Right up the middle is Justin Kramer, and he tries to throw the pass out, and it's incomplete. Jackson Pruitt with nice coverage on the play. So it's incomplete. Brings up a 2nd and 10 now for the Bears.
Boy, Kenlon Ogletree almost had it, and then Jackson Pruitt was right there. They both kind of had it like a restaurant tray. They were holding up in the air. The ball kind of just sat there, and then it fell to the grass here at McKee Stadium as we take a look. And really nice throw. Downfield, the ball was up there, and it just kind of stopped up there. Both of the receiver had it. Jackson Pruitt thought he had it, but it falls incomplete. So 2nd down and 10 for the Bears. 9:56 here, third quarter.
Justin Kramer wanted a sack safety there, but just couldn't quite get to the quarterback Parsons before he let that one go. So again, same formation this time for the Bears. And again, another man in motion. Low snap, gives it to Thompson this time, and he's going to be stopped in the end zone. Will the referees put their hands up? No, they're going to say he squeezed his arms out. Our replay will show you whether he got out of there or not, but it did not look like it from up here.
There is a host of Jayhawks in the backfield.
Look how close.
No, in fact, let's take a look at this replay. In fact, he was stopped 2 yards deep into the end zone. Take a look at Zach Bergen. He's racing in there. He's the first one there. Zach Crutchman. Boy, they made the stop 2 yards deep. Outstretched arms. I don't know, Brent. I really can't see his arms get close to that goal line. Maybe it did from the vantage point of the officials, but nevertheless, it is 3rd down, and that ball is on the goal line.
Lucky break there for the Bears, but they've still got a 3rd down with the backs up against the wall here.
Vincent King just shed his glove as he centers the football.
Parsons chased out and finds a man downfield, but it is incomplete as he was looking for Leonard Robinson, had the ball in his hands, but he dropped it, and it's going to bring up a 4th down now for the Bears. They're going to have to punt out of their own end zone.
Let's take a look at this replay here. Downfield, has the football, hits the grass, ball comes out, coverage on the play by Marcus Barnes and also Jackson Pruitt, incomplete, 4th down, ball at the goal line, not much room to work with in punt formation. That's number 25, Kenlon Ogletree, back for the Jayhawks, Marcus Barnes and also Amani Sanders standing at the Clairton 30-yard line.
So do the Hawks bring pressure? No, it doesn't look like it. They'll drop back and look for a return here. It's going to be Amani Sanders who picks it up at the 34-yard line. He's to the outside and has some room. He's down inside the 15-yard line to about the 10, so that's where the Hawks will start this drive. 7-6 lead for Jeannette, looking for more.
And guess who made the tackle there? Kenlon Ogletree punted the football, but went over and was able to make the tackle on Amani Sanders as he was racing towards the Jeannette sidelines. And real quick, Brent, while we have a minute, we want to once again thank everybody for listening in here tonight. We have another long-distance listener, a Jeannette native, Dr. Frank Altier, is listening to us in Arizona with his son Dante, so we want to send a shout out to those guys listening to us all the way in Arizona. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you all for listening at home. We appreciate you watching and listening to us. Here we go. 1st down and 10 for the Jayhawks from the 11.
Howard gets the snap, going to give it to Amani Sanders. Look at that, cut inside to the 5, down to the goal line, no hands yet. Looks like he's going to be just short. Amani Sanders with another tough run, and it's going to bring up a second down here. Looks like they could still get a first down, or are they going to throw the sticks down? We'll have to see. But look how close he is to getting that ball across the goal line.
Amani Sanders, very patient run, took his time, scampered to his left, scampered to his right, darted ahead, almost to pay dirt, and it is, okay, it's second down, Brent, so they can get a first down here.
Barely, but it's going to be Sanders right up the middle again, and this time the Bears knew it was coming, and they swarm him. It's going to be a loss on the play, back to about the 4-yard line.
Demetrius Weatherspoon, big number 55, was there waiting to make the tackle, so Jayhawks will try to regroup here, see where they spot the football.
Yeah, they actually gave him a little bit of progress there. So inside the 3, about the 2.5-yard line is where we'll go from this one. Third down for the Hawks, probably 4-down territory here for Jeannette. Long snap count for Howard, and it works. And they're going to get half the distance to the goal line.
So it was just inside the 3. So, well, I don't know. Was that going to be enough for a first down? Probably just short.
I would think so, but that sucker call that the Jayhawks have called for so long, the long snap count that they use.
Yeah. Right side of the
tight
Clairton
formation
Bears.
here. Look at this one. It is a first down, and Seth Howard
the ball is loose!
Forward, but he drops the football still on the turf, and it's going to be recovered by Leonard Robinson of the Bears. Huge play there for Clairton. It looked like Jeannette was just not ready to snap that football.
I'm not quite sure what they were trying to do, what that formation was. They had everybody bunched in tight. We'll have to take a look at the replay to see exactly what happened, and here it is. You really can't see the football. The snap goes up in the air. You don't know who has it. It's loose. Nobody really even knows it's loose. Jackson Pruitt thought he saw it, didn't get it. It's loose. It's there, and guess who picks it up? Number 15, Leonard Robinson. So when you think the Jayhawks will take control of this football game, turnover. Rears its head, and the Clairton Bears come up with the football. It is spotted back at the 7-yard line. So 1st and 10, Bears from their own 7. So this is better than where they were before at the 2. They're at the 7. They have a little more breathing room, and let's see what they dial up here, Brent.
Jayhawks kind of outsmarted themselves on that play. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Low snap again for Parsons. Fields it, but nowhere to go as he is back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Again, good job defensively up front for the Jayhawks. Crutchman, Fellbaum, and Drake Petrillo have been playing a great game here tonight.
Absolutely. Justin Kramer was right there, freed him up to make the tackle. Short gain on the play. Clock continues to roll. 7:13 remaining here in this third quarter. The rain continues to fall at McKee Stadium, Jeannette, Pennsylvania. 15644. We're here, Brent. Eastern Conference Championship game. WPAL Single A.
Parsons in the backfield with Thompson. Going to look to throw, but feels the pressure. And at the last second does get it away. Has a receiver. The ball is caught at the 15 and knocked out of bounds. Looks like he's a bit short, but actually maybe the forward progress got him a first down.
What a job by Drake Petrillo in the backfield, but Parsons an even better job to get rid of the football. Find the receiver open downfield. Look at Drake Petrillo giving chase. I don't know how he got rid of the football, Brent, but he did a magnificent job. Great catch, and it took a big hit from that's Jackson Pruitt and also Zach Bergen. Let's see where they spot the football. Yeah, first down Bears. Wow.
Zach Bergen wraps up there. He's got a tackle short of the first down, but was able to spin forward to pick up the first down. So it is 1st and 10 for the Bears from their 17, trailing by a point here. 6:50 to go in the third. Parsons brings the man in motion. Going to give it to Thompson up the middle. Ball is on the ground. And it looks like the Bears got it back, as it was Andres Wiggins who recovered the fumble there right in the middle of the mud.
And Drake Petrillo getting up slowly. Well, let's take a look at this replay and see what exactly did cause the fumble. Zach Bergen was right there, and then did along come Justin Kramer, so give the fumble cause to Justin Kramer.
Second down.
So it will be second down now for the Bears, and 10, as the fumble was recovered right at the line of scrimmage there. Justin Kramer, another forced fumble, leading tackler on the team. Calls the defensive sets for the Jayhawks from his middle linebacker position.
Definitely covered a lot of ground here tonight for the Jayhawk defense.
Parsons gets the snap. It's another bad one, but he is able to give it off to Thompson, who leans his way forward to get to the 20-yard line, so a gain of about 2. And that will be third down and 8 now for the Bears.
Now the Bears are facing another third and long. As we take a look at this replay, Malik Gordon was there to make the tackle along with Zach Bergen. Marcus Barnes is there in the secondary and also fell victim to the McKee Stadium grass there on that play as well. So it's third down, about 8, 5:25 remaining in this third quarter.
Hawks will host the playoff game here next weekend. Clairton, no matter what, if they win or lose, they will have to play on the road next week. That is punishment for the basketball brawl that they got in with Monessen last year. And Parsons has a wide open receiver for another first down, as the Bears have moved the sticks twice now on this drive. They had their backs up against their own end zone, but now going to be all the way out to the 30-yard line.
They've been able to make some clutch conversions. Parsons did a nice job. Great throw. First down, Bears. And I think maybe, Brent, some of that penalty for not having their playoff game at home may have stemmed from last year when they played Summit Academy in football as well.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Bears, out to the 30. Another low snap. Parsons picks it up and runs with it. He's got a little bit of room. 5-6 yards for Brendan Parsons there. We'll bring up a 2nd and 4 now.
Kalen Piscar was there to make the stop for the Jayhawks, but the Bears have definitely found some running room here. They've been patient. They've waited their turn. They took advantage of a couple Jeannette miscues, and now they're moving the football. They started this drive about the 7-yard line. They're continuing to roll towards the Jeannette territory. And let's see what they have here on 2nd down and about 4.
One of the most sustained drives of the night for the Clairton Bears. Did have the one touchdown pass, a 47-yarder, Brendan Parsons to Leonard Robinson in the second quarter. But other than that, not a whole lot of offense tonight for the Bears. Ball on the ground once again. They have had trouble with that snap all night long. Looks like, again, the Bears have recovered it. They have put the ball on the turf a few times here tonight, but have always managed to get back on top of it.
Yeah, that time coming back up with the football was Leonard Robinson.
So it is third down now for the Bears. About 6 to go for a first down here.
Ball spotted at about the 34-yard line.
Bears average up front 235 pounds compared to Jeannette's 215. But the Jeannette defensive front has definitely dominated that bigger Clairton offensive line tonight. Parsons in the rain, empty set backfield. 3rd and 6 for the Bears. Gets the snap, back to pass. This time he's going to have some time. Rolls out, slipped. And the Jeannette defender, Zach Crutchman, was right there when he lost his footing and brings him down for a big sack, and the Bears are going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, getting the penetration and pursuit of the quarterback was Crutchman. Really nice play there to make the stop in the backfield. The clock continues to roll here late third quarter, but a really nice job there by Zach Crutchman.
So Ogletree will be on the punt again for the Bears.
Back deep for the Jayhawks, Marcus Barnes and Amani Sanders.
Both have had some nice returns tonight. Marcus had one inside the 10 that was called back. High snap. Ogletree gets the punt off. And this one is going to be fielded by Marcus Barnes, who jumps right in front of Amani Sanders, who's across the 45 down to about the 40. So that's where the Hawks will take over 1st and 10. Amani Sanders was a little frustrated there.
They both looked like they were going to catch the football, and no one got called off there. And Marcus said, "I'm taking the football," and he did, and Amani was left standing there. So, well, the Jeannette Jayhawks are in Clairton Bear territory. 1st and 10. Looks like the ball is going to be spotted just outside the 40-yard line, about the 41. The Jayhawks break the huddle, and here we go with 2:28 remaining in this third quarter, right at the 40-yard line.
Winner of this game, Eastern Conference champions, likely number 1 seed in the WPIL playoffs that begin next week. Loser 2nd place out of Eastern Conference, and maybe 2 or 3 seed in the playoffs. as Amani Sanders is stopped right at the line of scrimmage, so it'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Hawks.
Yeah, the nice play once again there by Demetrius Weatherspoon right in the center of the Clairton Bear defense. So no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
Jeannette has not lost on this McKee Stadium grass since October 28th, 2016, almost exactly 2 years ago. And they're trying to keep that going with a win here tonight. Howard brings Bergens in motion, fakes it to him, now rolls near side of the field, looking downfield, has a man, Isaiah Winters, coming across. But it is incomplete as Seth Howard was feeling a little bit of pressure there and just kind of floated it a little bit short of Isaiah Winters.
They tried a little misdirection maybe there in the backfield to try and halt the Bears' pursuit, but it didn't really work there, and Jayhawks are facing a 3rd and long. 3rd and 10 from the 40-yard line.
Danger of giving it right back to the Bears.
Bears have found some momentum on offense. They were able to move the football. They found themselves deep in their own territory and were able to battle out.
Of course, Jeannette just a few moments ago had the ball down at the Clairton 1-yard line, but fumbled the football there. Howard back to pass, going to float one down to Marcus Barnes, but it is short. Should have been picked off, but it is dropped. As Marcus Barnes had no chance to come back and get that one, as Seth Howard just could not get that ball downfield, and you got to blame the wet football probably for that one.
Yeah, Kenlon Ogletree had that interception. He had it in his arms, and it fell, boy, right through his chest, through his hands, and to the grass it went, incomplete. So in punt formation, very successful here tonight for the Jayhawks, Toby Klein.
The heat is on. Klein got to get this one away. He does. And again, it's going to take a Jayhawk bounce, this time into the end zone. So the Bears will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Congratulations to our Week 8 Permane Brothers Westmoreland County Player of the Week, Max Pasula of Greensburg Central Catholic. Max threw for 220 yards and 4 touchdowns and ran for 2 more scores in GCC's win over Cornell last week. Max receives a prize pack from Permane Brothers on East Pittsburgh Street in Greensburg and is featured in an article you can read right now on westmorelandsports.com. Congratulations to our other nominees, Jack Selapak of Norwin, Gabe Dunlap from Penn Trafford, and Ligoniers Valley's Kyrie Miller.
So here we go, 1st and 10. Bears have the football at their own 20-yard line. 1:37 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. We have a timeout. Clairton has called a timeout.
We will take it with them here. 7-6, Jayhawks lead Clairton. Back in a moment on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
I've had a lot of titles. Twin, company executive, university president, daughter and caregiver. Early on, Mom won a battle with cancer. She lived with that pre-existing condition. Thanks to Dad's union plan, she never lost her health care. But now, Guy Reschenthaler supports cutting coverage for people like Mom. I'll care for your family just like I've cared for mine. I'm Bibiana Borio. I approve this message. And my next title, Congresswoman.
Tonight's live Jayhawks football broadcast on the Westmoreland Sports Network is being made possible by the support of the Jeannette Football Parents Club. President Katie Pruitt Hartman, Vice President April Cox, Treasurer Beth Johnson, Secretary Heather John, and the entire Parents Club wishes good luck to Coach Roy Hall and the Jayhawks this season. The Jeannette Football Parents Club, making it possible for our student athletes to experience high school sports at its highest level.
Back in the building here, McKee Stadium. Jayhawks leading Clairton 7-6, 1:37 to go in the 3rd. Bears take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line and are going to lose a yard there. Nice tackle, Marcus Barnes coming up from his safety slot.
Yeah, Marcus Barnes did a fantastic job darting across the football field. Dove, made the tackle, loss on the play. Clock continues to roll here, 3rd quarter late.
Somebody's got to make a play here to change the direction of this game, as right now it's just kind of been back and forth, teams exchanging punts.
You know, Brent, both teams have found some success. Jeannette got the whole way down inside the 5-yard line on the doorstep I'm not quite sure what the formation was, but they were all in tight, lost the football. The Bears recovered, and that was some momentum that they needed to surge ahead. So although they didn't score, they were able to move the football.
Parsons gets the snap, and he is going to look to throw. Has an open receiver down the middle of the field, and did he catch it? The referee says yes, it's a catch. All the way out to the 41-yard line. We'll see on the replay whether he hit that one or not.
Kendall Ogletree on the reception, but let's take a look at the replay. Brent, looks like it bounced. Yes, that was a bounce in.
That was an incomplete pass. The fans from up here don't get to see the replay.
Well, nevertheless, the ball spotted at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 Bears. They move the football.
1st and 10 for the Bears. Thompson right up the middle. He's met by Malik Gordon, but moves forward for about a 4-yard gain there. 2nd and 6 now.
Also Zach Bergen there also for Jeannette to help in making the stop. And let's take another look at that play. That was called a reception. As you can see, the ball just does touch across the 40-yard line. It appears to hit the grass before the reception was made, but it was ruled a completion. So the Bears do have the football. 2nd down and 6, and that is going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Our score, live from McKee Stadium, Jeannette 7, Clairton 6. We will be right back after this.
The John V. Graziano Funeral Home on North 2nd Street in Jeannette proudly serves families in the Jeannette community. The Graziano Funeral Home focuses on traditional and non-traditional services, including funerals, cremation, memorial services, military services, grief support, and pre-planning. Please call us at 724-523-5433. The John V. Graziano Funeral Home in Jeannette, creating a meaningful service to honor the life and memory of your loved one.
Penn Avenue Brews in Jeannette has one of the largest selection of crafts you'll find anywhere, along with a rotating draft selection, growlers, crowlers. You can even mix and match 6-packs. For a complete selection, visit PennAvenueBrews.com and try out delicious new features during our Tasting Tuesdays. Penn Avenue Brews, open daily near Jeannette Distributing on Penn Avenue. You must be 21 or older to drink alcoholic beverages. Please drink responsibly.
We are back at McKee Stadium here as Anthony D'Annunzio has his 4 fingers up in the air, ready to start the 4th quarter here. Hawks leading Clairton 7-6. The Bears will have a 2nd and 7 here from their own 45-yard line.
45.
Well, this is it. Conference championship on the line. Number 1 seed in the WPIL Single A playoffs on the line. The Bears have the football. First play of the 4th quarter. Here we go.
Ooh, and we've got some Jayhawk defensive linemen jumping off sides there. So instead of a 2nd and 6, it's now going to be a 2nd and 1 for the Bears.
Yeah, Jayhawks are pointing across at the Bears, but it looks like Cam Feldbaum was the first one to jump across there and run into the center, number 50, Vincent King. So that will march the Jayhawks back 5 yards, and the ball is spotted at midfield.
Roy Hall can't be happy with that one. The nose guard right over the football jumps off sides. Got to keep your eye on that ball, son. Parsons brings a man in motion. Gives it to Thompson, who's met in the backfield. Going to be stopped for a loss. Loses the ball. And it looks like the Jayhawks will finally come up with this one. There have been a few times tonight the ball's been on the turf, but each and every time Clairton has come up with it, except this time.
That time, Zach Bergen comes up with the football. Let's take a look at this replay, making the initial hit. Who is that in the backfield there? Yes, that is number 55, Zach Crutchman. The football is on the grass at McKee Stadium. There goes number 22, Zach Bergen, to pick up the mail and got it. Turnover goes in the Jayhawks' favor. 1st and 10 Jeannette in Bears territory at the 47-yard line. Here we go, 11:49 remaining in this football game.
Can they take advantage here? Howard brings the troops out, trips to the far side of the field. Long snap count again, and he brings a Bear off sides.
Flag on the play.
Well, that time it looked like that was number 11, Dawn Napper, jumping off sides that time.
It is against the Bears, so 5 free yards for the Hawks. 1st and 5 now for Jeannette. 11:54 to go in the football game. Jeannette clinging to a 1-point lead. Only scores we had tonight. Jeannette, a 13-yard touchdown run by Seth Howard in the first quarter. And Clairton, a 47-yard touchdown pass. Brendan Parsons to Leonard Robinson in the second quarter. No scoring so far here in the second half. 1st and 5 for Jeannette. Howard gets the snap and gives it to Amani Sanders right up the middle. Not much room, though. Good job up front. Kanye Hawkins and Vincent King, the defensive tackles for the Bears.
Dawn Napper's there as well. So the Jayhawks have been content here to continue to try and run straight at the Bears. Looks like now the ball is spotted at about the 41-yard line. 11:20 and a rolling clock here.
Gain of 1 on the play, so a 2nd and 4 now for the Jayhawks. 4 wide receivers to the far side of the field for Seth Howard, and he is going to roll out that way. Plenty of time. No one open downfield, so Seth Howard is just going to go out of bounds. That'll stop the clock, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 now for Jeannette.
And just look downfield. There was really nowhere to go, not much room at all. So Seth wisely kept the football and got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe, actually, it does look like he lost a yard on the play. Maybe back to the 42-yard line.
So a big 3rd down here for Jeannette. Can they take advantage of the turnover by the Bears? Jeanette's defense has been playing great here tonight, but like another score to give them a little bit of cushion here.
Everything is so important, so critical, and so crucial here as we near the end of regulation.
Tight formation for Howard. He's going to come near side, looking downfield. Tries to find Jimmy Sanders, but it's going to be picked off, so the Hawks give it right back to the Bears, who take it out to the 30-yard line, and they will have a 1st and 10 from there.
Last possession for the Jayhawks. Kendall Ogletree almost had an interception. This time, he in fact does have the interception. So the Bears take over the football here in the 4th quarter with 10:49 remaining. Jeannette still on top, 7-6, but the Bears have the football.
Jimmy Sanders, the intended receiver there, as Howard just kind of floated it downfield to try to find someone.
So 1st and 10 Bears from their own 27-yard line.
10:49 to go in the football game. Jeanette's defense has been solid, but they are going to have to continue to be for this final quarter of play. Parsons looks to the sideline for the play call. And he's going to run with it right up the middle, nowhere to go. Again, a good job by that defensive front for the Jays. And it's going to be 2nd and 9 now for the Bears.
The Jeannette defense holds. Settled down after the turnover here. Parsons went straight ahead and definitely found nowhere to go. Clock continues to roll here in the 4th quarter.
Bring up 2nd down.
Jeannette, the 2 games against Clairton last year, allowed 347 yards rushing against the Bears. Not the case tonight. Clairton has really not been able to get the run game going at all. Their one big play was the pass, Parsons to Robinson for the 47-yard touchdown.
Here we go, ball spotted exactly at the 30-yard line. Bears content to take their time here, get the accurate play call in, deploy the troops.
And we've got a flag thrown as they took a little bit too long there.
They did. I thought it seemed to be taking an awful long period of time, and so that will back them up 5 yards. So every bit of yardage is important, and that just marches the Bears back 5 yards, so it's now at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 13 for Parsons and the Bears. Parsons was banged up a little bit earlier in this game, but he has come back out Tough junior quarterback. Low snap once again. Goes down to get it. And he is going to be thrown for a huge loss.
The ball is picked up into the end zone.
Loose, and Zach Bergens picks it up. And Malik Gordon has the football. Into the end zone. Was that a touchdown? Yes, it was.
Brent, we talked about how crucial the turnover game can be. Jeannette capitalizes. This time they take the football and into the end zone. They go for the score. We're going to take a look at the replay to see exactly what happened. Here it is from our Westmoreland Sports crew. The ball is on the football field. It's down. Justin Kramer applies the hit. It bounces loose. Kalen Piscar almost has it. Malik Gordon picks it up at the 15-yard line, and no one's going to catch him. Into the end zone he goes for 6.
Huge play there for the Hawks, and it's Justin Kramer who started it with the big hit after the low snap. So Huerta's on for an extra point attempt, but first we are going to have a whistle and a flag. The Jayhawks leading 13-6 here.
Well, the penalty appears to be against the Bears, and it is. So what do you do here, Brent? Do you go and you kick the extra point, or do you go for the 2-point conversion? It's ever so closer. Looks like it's down inside the 2-yard line. And Horta's going to stay on and kick this.
Yeah, leading by 7, so you can go up 8 here. Force the Bears to score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion. But, of course, if you would go for 2 and make it, it'd be a 2-possession game. Huerta kicks it right into the middle of the defense there. So it is no good at the 9:46 mark of the fourth quarter. Hawks extend their lead 13-6. We'll be back in a moment on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
The John V. Graziano Funeral Home on North 2nd Street in Jeannette proudly serves families in the Jeannette community. The Graziano Funeral Home focuses on traditional and non-traditional services, including funerals, cremation, memorial services, military services, grief support, and pre-planning. Please call us at 724-523-5433. The John V. Graziano Funeral Home in Jeannette, creating a meaningful service to honor the life and memory of your loved one.
Score big with the Bowser family of dealerships featuring GMC, Buick, Cadillac, Subaru, Hyundai, and Nissan. Looking for a new car, truck, or SUV? Visit powerofbowser.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to find your perfect vehicle. Get the absolute best price and the best car buying experience anywhere. It's the power of the Bowser family of dealerships. Route 51 South on top of the hill.
Back in the building, 9:46 to go in the football game. Hawks extend their lead 13-6 as Emilio Huerta gets set to boot this one away. And it is going to be fielded at the 16-yard line by the Clairton Bears. Kinlan Ogletree, who takes it out across the 25 to about the 26. So that's where the Bears will take over 1st and 10, trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
Brett, did you see who made the tackle on that play? Number 10, Toby Klein, who's played a fantastic game tonight for the Jayhawks, punting the football. And there he was on special teams making the tackle. So great job.
So big drive for the Bears here. They need to answer. Now trailing by a touchdown with 9:39 to go in the football game. As you recap the 16-yard fumble return for a touchdown by Malik Gordon. Hawks defense has been outstanding here tonight, in particular that front line and middle linebacker Justin Kramer. Low snap again for Parsons.
Isaiah Winters in there on the backfield. Also, Drake Petrillo. Sack. Down goes Parsons. Great job first by Isaiah Winters. First one in the backfield. Drake Petrillo was there. Zach Crutchman there on the stop to make the sack. Jeannette defense, we've talked about it how many times this year, Brent. Once again, answering the bell.
I don't know how many times Brendan Parsons has had to go down and pick up a low snap here tonight. It's easily been double digits.
And that's crucial because hey, that's time. That split second makes a huge difference. The clock continues to roll here at McKee Stadium. We're approaching the 9-minute mark remaining in this football game. The Jayhawks lead the Bears 13-6.
Parsons in the backfield with Thompson. This time it's a clean snap. Rolls far side, middle of the field, has a man open there. It's going to be a first down as Parsons finds Robinson, for the first down.
He did a nice job. Drake Pachilla was giving chase in the backfield, running to his right. Had a great throw. Marcus Barnes, tight coverage on the play, but great catch by Leonard Robinson in the middle of the football field. So the Bears need to move the football here quickly. They don't really have a lot of time to waste. They can be somewhat patient, but they do need to move the football here and advance the change. So they did there, 1st and 10.
Leonard Robinson had the touchdown catch in the second quarter. Gets another big catch there. Parsons back to pass again, setting up the screen, and he's going to feel some pressure first. Now gets away, looks downfield, has a man open, it bounces off his hands, and then also bounces off the hands of Justin Kramer, who could have had a pick there.
Kalen Piscar and Drake Petrillo were in the backfield, flushed Parsons out, found the receiver downfield, tipped it up. Yeah, Kramer did almost have it again. Let's take a look at this replay. Great job, Kalen Piscar, Drake Petrillo right there. But, hey, great job by Parsons to get out of the way. Looking downfield, throws the football right there off the shoulder of Robinson. Kramer could have had it, almost did, falls incomplete.
Did you see those gloves, though? They're covered in mud. It's tough to catch the football when you've got gloves on covered in mud.
Can't imagine the gloves are helping much.
Yeah,
on this.
right. 2nd and 10 now for the Bears. Clock stops at 8:29 to go in the football game. Parsons from the pistol, gets the snap, back to pass again, feeling some pressure, sets up the screen, and it's going to be dropped. As Thompson would have had some room to run with it there, but it's an incomplete pass, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 10 now for the Bears, but we do have a flag down.
Boy, the official threw that flag right towards Malik Gordon, I believe, right as he was about to make the tackle. So let's see what this call could be here.
This could be a big one here because it's going to be 3rd and 10, and instead it's a personal foul against the Jayhawks. So instead of 3rd and 10, it's an automatic first down and 15 free yards for the Clairton Bears. Justin Kramer is actually the guilty party there. He still thought that ball was live.
I think he sure did, Brent. Let's take another look at that. I'm not sure exactly why the official, maybe because it was incomplete, but he did. He could have thought it was live. He wasn't sure.
So the Bears are in Jayhawk territory now. Parsons running with it again. Nowhere to go again. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 now for Clairton.
Crutchman and Kramer right there on the stop for the Jayhawks. Approaching the 8-minute mark here in the 4th quarter.
Winner Eastern Conference champions. These two teams shared the conference championship last year with Amani Christian. Clairton, of course, beat Jeannette, lost to Amani Christian. Jeannette lost to Clairton, beat Amani Christian. Quick pass, Parsons, Ogletree dropped. And that wet football is not easy to catch. And now it will be a 3rd down and 10 for the Bears.
And Malik Gordon was there on the coverage, and Justin Kramer came right over. And both teams have wisely gone back to their huddles.
It has been a steady rain all night here. No let up whatsoever. Both teams trying to deal with the conditions as best they can. And I don't think it would surprise anyone if this is not the last time these two teams meet. They have played each other twice in a season, 3 straight years. Could be number 4 here this year.
We start to hear some noise from the McKee Stadium fans as they recognize that this is a very crucial 3rd down and 10.
Could be 4 down territory for the Bears, though. We'll have to see with this play first. Parsons long snap count, and again, it's the nose guard right over the football who jumps off sides. So instead of 3rd and 10, it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Bears.
And Cameron Feldbaum was right there standing over the center, Vincent King, and he just tried to get quick there, and 5 yards against the Jayhawks. So that's a gift, and so instead of 3rd and 10, it's now 3rd and 5. Ball goes to the 40-yard line. 7:40 left in the football game.
Feldbaum's kind of been in and out of the lineup tonight. And they're waved off the flag. The referee just pulled his flag out of his pants. Okay, so they called another penalty after that, but they waved that one off. So it will still be the offsides against the Hawks, but that will be it. So it is 3rd and 5 for the Bears now at the Jayhawk 40-yard line.
That was for a personal foul.
Parsons in the shotgun with Thompson back there with him. Gets the pass, quick, nope, fakes it. Gonna step up, nowhere to go. Drake Petrillo right there. Ball comes loose at the end, but the referee whistles him down. But it is a big loss on the play back to the 49-yard line. So now, what will the Bears do?
Watch the Jayhawk defensive line take off here. Drake Petrillo slips through. They come from both sides. You've got Crutchman and you've got Drake Petrillo coming in to make the stop. Also in there, coming in late for the Jayhawks, looks like number 13, Kalen Piscar. So great job of pursuit by the Jeannette defense. The clock is continuing to roll here. It's 4th down. The ball is at the 47-yard line.
Bears going to line up to go for it here. No punter out on the field, so could be all or nothing here for the Bears. They need 13 yards for a first down. Low snap again. Parsons picks it up, sets up the screen, and they have a man who's open with some field in front of him, but not quite enough, as he is going to be stopped at the 41-yard line, nowhere near the first down, so it's a turnover on downs back to the Hawks.
Give credit to Justin Kramer, who was in the backfield that time. Through the screen, Jayhawks were able to bend a little bit, give up a few yards, but making the tackle there just short of first down yardage. That's Malik Gordon. He's right there. Also Marcus Barnes. The Jayhawks take the football with 6:30 left in this football game. Still plenty of time for both teams, but the ball is spotted just outside of the Jeannette 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Jayhawks.
Another Westmoreland County score big game tonight. Penn Trafford up on Franklin Regional 23-0 in the third quarter there. Hempfield also up on Plum 42-14 in the third. And Greensburg-Salem gets a 17-0 win over Indiana that will put them in the playoffs this year. So congratulations to Greensburg-Salem and defensive coordinator Ray Ritz.
How about that, Coach Ritz? All right.
Here it's Seth Howard who runs with the football, picks up about a yard.
And that's the same play that they've tried. You know, you see Nathan Rue crabbing to his left to try and supply some extra support, some extra blocking. But there to make the stop was Carlito Snapper. So the Jayhawks did what they wanted to do there, got a little bit of yardage, but more importantly, the clock continues to roll.
They do not want to give this ball back over to Clairton, leading 13-6 here in the 4th and final quarter. Howard from the pistol with Sanders. High snap, brings it down, gives it to Sanders. Look at him move forward. And Amani Sanders has a nice tough run on 2nd down. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 3 now for the Hawks as the clock rolls inside of 5:30 to go in the football.
Nice job by Amani, being patient, holding on to the football, getting positive yardage. Keeping the ball on the ground is what the Jayhawks want to do here. Watching that clock go down to the 5-minute mark is what they want to do as well. But they need to convert this 3rd and 3 from their own 47 to keep this drive alive.
Big play here. Trips come to the near side. Lone wide receiver to the far side of the field for Seth Howard, who's in the backfield with Amani Sanders. Long snap count. Nope. Gives it to Sanders. We've got a penalty flag down. Sanders has the first down and more, but this one looks like it may go against the Jayhawks. We'll have to see. Right now, the Hawks have a first down that would allow them to run out some more clock, but what will the penalty call be?
Another nice run by Amani there, though. Was very patient. Stepped to his left. Made a run, but we're going to false start against the Jayhawks, and Coach Hall is not happy. He's out on the field.
It has been a problem all season long for the Jayhawks.
You can see the flag initially. I'm taking a look at the monitor. That flag was thrown initially. You could see it right in the left-hand corner of your screen.
So instead of a first down, the Hawks now will have a 3rd and 8. Big play there. Penalty problems come back to haunt the Hawks again.
So the ball is now spotted at the Jeannette 43-yard line. They need to get into Clairton territory for a first down.
Trips to the near side for Howard in the backfield with Sanders once again. Gets the snap. He's going to run it all the way, and he's got a first down and more. Look at Seth Howard put on the speed. Seth Howard is going to take this one to the house to probably seal this football game. No flags down.
57-yard touchdown run. Seth Howard kept the football in the backfield, ran to the Jeannette sidelines, straight down into the end zone for the Jeannette touchdown. Let's take a look at this replay. Running through and past the Clairton defense on his way to pay dirt. Football in his right hand into the end zone for the score. 6 points for the Jayhawks. That number 6 on Seth Howard's jersey.
And a lot of soaking wet fans have got up and left their seats here as they feel this game is over. We still have 4:20 to go. Hawks currently leading 19-6 with the extra point attempt coming here.
This game is not over. We've seen many things in this Jeannette-Clairton football game, and it's never over till there's zeros on the scoreboard, but there has been a timeout taken. I believe Jeannette has taken a timeout.
We will keep it here for the latest on Westmoreland County High School football. Tune into our brand new weekly show called Westmoreland on the Gridiron every Wednesday night at 7 on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Westmoreland on the Gridiron features discussion on the biggest stories in high school football, a breakdown of all the games, plays of the week, and special interviews with a coach and player every week. That's Westmoreland on the Gridiron, Wednesdays at 7 on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Brent, while we have a minute here, I want to say hello to a very dear friend that has joined us in the booth here tonight. My friend, my co-worker, my partner from Heinz Field, Mr. Jordan Booker. Thank you for being here. He's a huge high school football fan, does a lot for the Pittsburgh community. He has his podcast is called Unfiltered. You can listen to him. It's Grind Mode Worldwide Radio, so we want to thank him for joining us here tonight. Jordan, Booker, and his partner James, thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate you being here. We love the support, and you're taking in a fantastic football game here tonight at McKee Stadium. So thanks for joining us. And the Jayhawks, it appears they are going to go for the two-point conversion here, Brent.
Yes, they are. Howard brings Isaiah Winters in motion, and it's going to be the Utah pass, the shovel pass forward to Marcus Barnes, who gets it. So put 2 more on the board. Hawks lead 21-6 here in the fourth quarter. Back in a moment on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
D'Annunzio's Italian Restaurants, located in Jeannette, Monroeville, and Latrobe, has been serving fine Italian dining to the local community since 1977. D'Annunzio's professional staff provides excellent food and service in quaint yet elegant establishments. Whether you're planning a graduation celebration, baby shower, a wedding reception, or rehearsal dinner, D'Annunzio's will help your events be a memorable one. D'Annunzio's Italian Restaurants, Lowry Avenue in Jeannette, on Aviation Lane in Latrobe, and in Monroeville on Mosside Boulevard.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Hoffman Wealth Management, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all of your financial needs. Hoffman Wealth Management is committed to helping you pursue your goals. Stop in and speak with Hoffman Wealth Management. You'll be glad you did. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advice offered through Private Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. Private Advisor Group and Hoffman Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
We are back at McKee Stadium here as Emilio Huerta just kicked a beautiful kickoff, a little bit of a squib that went through the defenders. They were going to let it go as we look at the replay here. And they were just going to let it kind of roll into the end zone, but it didn't. It stopped at about the 1 yard line. Look at this.
The mud buildup on the football, I think, prevented it from going into the end zone. And almost, well, the Bears are faced with the football there at the 1 yard line, but it just stopped right there. Justin Kramer. No, that's number 60. Yes, that's Michael McCabe, right? Yeah.
You couldn't hit a pitch shot better than that.
No. Like that. Michael McCabe right there. But go real quick if we have a second to get back to that two-point conversion. That two-point conversion was utilized last week at Riverview. Same play, Seth Howard, little pitch to Zach Bergen for 2. They did it again here tonight. Same exact play, successful.
Parsons in his own end zone once again. Long snap count, tries to draw a Jayhawk off sides, and he will do it. So 5 free yards for the Bears. out to the 6-yard line now. But more importantly, Hawks leading 21-6 here now with 4:07 to go in the football game.
Offsides is the call on the Jayhawks. Move back
Both teams were
first
pointing
down.
fingers again there that time, but it looked like Drake Petrillo could have been the guilty party. So the ball goes out just beyond the 5-yard line to about the 6. So 4:07 left here, and the Bears need to cover some ground here in a short period of time.
The Jayhawks can hold on to the lead. They are looking for their 19th undefeated regular season. That is most in the WPIL. Aliquippa is right behind them, and this Clairton team is tied with Washington for third place as we've got another fumble, and it will go over to the Jayhawks. Kalen Piscar comes up with the loose ball, and the Jayhawks will take over 1st and 10.
You talked about the Jeannette defense all year. They've come up huge in how many different opportunities every game. Once again, here it is again tonight. Kalen Piscar first there, misses the tackle. Looking forward to the football. That's Justin Kramer forcing another fumble. Kalen Piscar races back to pick up the loose football, and that right there could all but seal the victory for the Jayhawks with 3:56 left here in the football game.
Yeah, if it wasn't already over, it probably is over now. So we will find out Monday night who the Jayhawks will play in the first round of the WPIL playoffs, as Seth Howard's going to run with the football here, and he's going to get out of bounds, which you don't want to do. But make sure you take a look at westmorelandsports.com on Monday night to find out where all the Westmoreland County high school football teams that have qualified for the playoffs will be playing next week.
This is a great time of year, Brent. High school football, Friday nights going into the playoffs. It's a wonderful time of the year. And it's always a great time to reveal the pairings. So we'll be looking forward to that for sure.
Jayhawks very likely the number 1 seed in the WPIL Single A playoffs next week. Here's Amani Sanders running with the football now, has a little bit of room, and gets bumped down at about the 11-yard line. So if I had to pick, Anth, I'm going to say the Jayhawks will play
Number 3, Amani Sanders,
whoever gets the 3 seed out of the Tri-County South. So could be West
one of
Green,
3 teams.
could be Monessen, and could be California. Those 3 teams will all probably end up in a 3-way tie for first place in the Tri-County South tonight. So they're going to have a coin flip on Monday night to determine who gets the 1 seed, the 2 seed, and the 3 seed. Clairton has already beat West Green, who is one of those 3 teams. As Howard back to pass, going to be sacked and thrown way back, all the way back to the 30-yard line, as Seth Howard will lose a lot of the rushing yards that he built up here tonight.
Yeah, I think he thought about actually throwing the football. I'm not exactly sure why, but he wisely held on to the football, stayed in bounds, and kept the clock rolling.
One difference about the playoffs this year, there's only 8 teams in Single A that will qualify as opposed to 16 the last few years. So, we're kind of used to a blowout in the first round of the playoffs. That's not going to be the case. They're going to play a pretty good football team next week. If it's California, they've got a 280-pound running back, Jelani Stafford, who is very good, and California has been on a roll of late. They struggled to start the season, but have won 6 or 7 straight football games. So if Jeannette gets that matchup, it'll be a tough one right back here at McKee Stadium next Friday night.
Absolutely. And when you get into the playoffs, anything can happen.
That's for sure. Howard back to pass once again on 4th down. Plenty of time. Still no one really open downfield, so just going to throw it up like a punt and going to be picked off for the 2nd time here tonight, as the Bears will take over at their own 15-yard line, trailing 21-6. with 1:57 to go now in the football game.
And that was Kenlon Ogletree with another interception here tonight.
So he has 2 INTs on the evening. Could have had a couple of more, but that slippery football has been tough to catch here tonight.
Did a nice job catching that football.
That's for sure. So Bears will take over 1st and 10 at their own 15, trailing 21-6, 1:57 to go in the football game. Still some hardcore fans sitting through this rain.
Absolutely, Brent. This is McKee Stadium history, Eastern Conference Single A history. It's a fantastic matchup, Jeannette and Clairton.
Parsons throws one up on his own, and that is going to be incomplete, as he was a little bit short over to the far side of the field.
Yeah, he was looking for Kenlin Ogletree, but Jackson Pruitt was there, and the pass was short anyway, so the clock is stopped at 1:53 remaining in this football game.
The Derry Trojans get a win tonight, 35-14 over the Burrell Buccaneers, so Derry goes into the playoffs on a high note. They have had another great regular season for really the third straight year. Penn Trafford was on top of Franklin Regional, so they will likely be the number 2 seed out of their conference, although Gateway had a tough matchup tonight with McKee Sports, so who knows, I guess, how that would play out.
Pass is complete that time. Tavon Thompson catches the football. Tackled by Zach Bergen.
Again, the last 3 years, Jeannette and Clairton have played each other twice in the season. Will it happen again this year? I don't think anyone would be surprised if it did. Parsons back to pass. Has a man, but again, it is incomplete as that wet football is just tough to catch.
Yeah, that was intended for Tavon Thompson. Once again, falls incomplete, stops the clock at 1:18.
Man down for the Jayhawks in the backfield. Don't like to see that this late in the football game, but it looks like he is okay. Xander Malik trotting off the field. Number 52 for the Hawks, senior defensive lineman.
And
look at the referee there. Little dance.
Wow, kept his feet. Great job.
4th down and 4 for the Bears.
These referees don't have a tough time out there in this mud and rain as well. So here is a 4th down for the Bears. Parsons just going to throw this one as far as he can, and there's a few Jayhawk defenders there, including Jackson Pruitt, who knocks that one away. So it's a turnover on downs, and the Hawks should be able to take a couple of knees here and end this football game leading 21-9.
Turnover on downs. 1st down, Jayhawk.
So again, the Westmoreland Sports Network is not the party that has the exclusive rights to the WPIL football playoffs, so we will not be able to bring you WPIL playoff action. But we hope to be back in a few weeks for the PIAA playoffs if the Jayhawks, or who knows, any other Westmoreland County team is still alive.
Absolutely.
We returned last year to bring you the Farrell game, and then we were at Hershey. I missed that one last year, but I am not missing it this year if it happens. As Seth Howard takes the first of a couple of knees here that will end this football game.
So Brett, we want to, say congratulations here tonight to everyone on the Jeannette sidelines, everyone here in the stands. Congratulations, Jayhawks. Conference championship. This is 2 outstanding traditional football teams that have a huge amount of respect for each other. So it's really nice to see both of these teams come out, both of these communities come out to support each other and have a fantastic football game. And it's always something special when the Bears and the Jayhawks get together, and tonight has been no different. It's been a pleasure to watch. It's been a pleasure to cover, and we could see this matchup once again in the WPIL playoffs.
26th conference championship for the Jeannette Jayhawks, and the first time since 06-07 where the Jayhawks will repeat as conference champions. As Clairton is going to take a timeout here, trailing 21-6 with 33 seconds to go in the football game. You can tell the fans didn't like it. Why bother? And actually now it looks like the referees are just going to say don't bother. Okay. So we'll go right back down to the field here. Another snap, another knee, and that should be the end of the football game. Or no. Clock stops. What is happening here? Can
the
we
Bears
get this
have
one
taken
over or
another
not?
timeout.
All right. Should we take a break, Mr. Engineer, or should we stay right here? Yeah, who knows what's going to happen, so we'll just keep it right here for you and take a break when this finally wraps up here in 28 seconds. So it is 4th down now, and Jeannette is now going to call a timeout. Wow, this is some strange goings-on here, but we are going to take a break this time around. Back in a moment to wrap this one up. Hawks lead Clairton 21-6 on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Hummel Brothers has been Westmoreland County's leader in lighting services for over 90 years. We select our staff carefully, choosing only the best lighting designers and engineers to get you exactly what you need. At Hummel Brothers, not only can we assist you in the design of your lighting and ventilation needs, we welcome you to our extensive showroom on North 1st Street in Jeannette, where we have over 1,000 beautiful lighting fixtures on display. Visit HummelBrothers.com to view our complete gallery. Hummel Brothers, let us light up your world.
We are back to hopefully wrap up this football game here. We've got 25 seconds to go now. The Hawks will have a 4th down here, leading 21-6. And they called a timeout there to kind of figure out what they wanted to do here, whether they just want to take a knee or whether they want to run around a little bit and try to run down the clock even more. It's tough to even see in the scrum there with this tight formation the Jayhawks have, with all the mud on the uniforms. Everyone kind of blends together. But the Hawks will move to 10-0 on the season and 6-0 in the Eastern Conference. Cam Feldbaum snaps it back to Seth Howard, who will take the knee instantly, and that will be a turnover on downs, giving it back to the Bears with 22 seconds to go now in the football game.
Okay, change of possession. They've got the ball spotted at about the 26-yard line.
First down.
Stay
Bears.
with us for the post-game show. We'll have some replays to show you of the scores that we had here tonight, and also wrap things up from McKee Stadium here and the regular season. Got some thank yous to give out to everybody who's helped make these broadcasts a reality all season long. And the Bears will take a knee to end the football game. So the clock will run down, and the Jeannette Jayhawks will claim a 21-6 win over the Clairton Bears. The Jeannette Jayhawks are your 2018 Eastern Conference champions and likely #1 seed in the WPIL Single-A playoffs that start next week. We will take a break, come back, wrap this thing up for you. From McKee Stadium, Brent Wiggum, Anthony D'Annunzio with you here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Every day, men and women from communities across this nation serve as Reserve Citizen Airmen.
I am proud to defend our nation.
Proud to be part of a team that helps make a difference.
I am proud to be part of something larger than me and to serve my country.
We celebrate those who have served and those who are proudly serving in the Air Force Reserve. Our mission is to fly, fight, and win in air, space, and cyberspace.
I am proud to be a member. I am proud to protect our...
Proud to serve in the U.S. Air Force Reserve.
I've been here at Seton Hill University since the program started.
He plays a big part of this team and this coaching staff.
I woke up in the ER and it just hit me there. I just had a heart attack. Dr. Suzuki was absolutely amazing. This is the guy that I want in my corner right now.
The more amazing thing was how well his group of wrestlers teamed up to help him out. And it's very similar to the teamwork that we have in cardiac surgery. I'm glad to just be part of the story.
I've had a lot of titles: twin, company executive, university president, daughter and caregiver. Early on, Mom won a battle with cancer. She lived with that pre-existing condition. Thanks to Dad's union plan, she never lost her health care. But now, Guy Reschenthaler supports cutting coverage for people like Mom. I'll care for your family just like I've cared for mine. I'm Bibiana Borio. I approve this message. And my next title, Congresswoman.
Tonight's live Jayhawks football broadcast on the Westmoreland Sports Network is being made possible by the support of the Jeannette Football Parents Club. President Katie Pruitt Hartman, Vice President April Cox, Treasurer Beth Johnson, Secretary Heather John, and the entire Parents Club wishes good luck to Coach Roy Hall and the Jayhawks this season. The Jeannette Football Parents Club, making it possible for our student athletes to experience high school sports at its highest level.
Welcome back to McKee Stadium to wrap things up tonight. The Jeannette Jayhawks winners over the Clairton Bears 21-6 here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Had a little bit of I don't want to say fireworks, but Roy Hall and Wayne Wade, the head coach of Clairton, having a little bit of a heated conversation after the game. As you can see there, it looked like it was somewhat cordial, but Wayne Wade got fired up at certain times, so not sure what they were talking about as he tried to pull away there, but Wayne Wade kind of pulled him back.
I saw some lips there that said this is a football game, so
I guess
don't
maybe
know.
about the timeouts. Maybe they were talking about that there with the game coming to an end. Clairton kind of called some timeouts when it was pretty much out of reach there. But either way, it's a 21-6 win for the Jeannette Jayhawks. We'll recap the scoring for you here. It was an exciting night. The Jayhawks got on the board first with 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. It was Seth Howard with a 13-yard touchdown run. Got some good blocking there from Nathan Rue. And you could see him sprint into the end zone. The Emilio Huerta kick was good. The Hawks took a 7-0 lead on the first quarter on that run by Seth Howard.
Yeah, nice block there. Cam Feldbaum, Nate Rue into the end zone, goes number 6 for 6.
Clairton came right back in the second quarter. It was Brendan Parsons to Leonard Robinson, a 47-yard touchdown pass. And you can see here Robinson spins away from the tackler and takes off into the end zone. At the 6:30 mark in the second quarter, Clairton was right back in the football game, but the extra point attempt was no good. So the Hawks still held on to a 7-6 lead. They would take that lead into the locker room at halftime. And then all the way into the fourth quarter, it was this play. Brendan Parsons drops the ball on the turf.
Big hit by Justin Kramer. Ball came loose, and there's Malik Gordon.
Johnny on the spot, picks it up, runs it in from 16 yards out. And the Hawks extended their lead to 13-6. The extra point attempt was no good, so at 9:46, that's where they stood. And then the game breaker, 57-yard touchdown run. Quarterback Seth Howard at the 4:20 mark in the fourth quarter really put this one out of reach. The two-point conversion was good as well, as Howard went to Marcus Barnes on the Utah pass, as they call the shovel pass here at Jeannette. And that put the final score at 21-6. So a big win for the Jayhawks, Eastern Conference champions here tonight, Anthony.
And all-time win, 7-4-6 for the Jayhawks.
Could be our final broadcast of the season. We will see, as you see the celebration there by the Jayhawks sideline after that. So again, we do not have rights to broadcast WPIL playoff games, so we will not be with you next week or for the WPIL playoffs. But if the Jayhawks make it to the state playoffs, we will definitely be right back here with you. But just in case we don't get to talk to you again, I want to say some thank yous to Coach Hall and his staff and their players. They have been great to us all season long. The Jeannette Parents Club, who played a part in these broadcasts coming on the air. Julie Gernick, the stat keeper for the Jayhawks, has supplied us stats all season long. Joined us at halftime a few times this season. All of our great sponsors tonight, including D'Annunzio's Italian Restaurant, Hoffman Wealth Management, Atlantic Coast Baseball, Hummel Brothers, Excella Health, the sponsor of our halftime show all season long, the Westmoreland County Chamber of Commerce, Borio for Congress, Graziano Funeral Home, the Power of Bowser Auto, Penn Avenue Brews, Seton Hill University, and I also want to thank the people that have been along my side all season long, Ty Hanlon, Mark Katarski, and Sean Benjamin, who filled in a few times when you couldn't make it, Anth. Shirley Flickinger and her family have supplied us with scores all season long. And the man Dan Flickinger, the owner and operator of Westmoreland Sports Network, who allows us to bring these games to you. He's up here in the booth with us tonight. And, of course, to you, Anthony, as well, for being with me several times here this season, including this rainy evening.
No, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be with Westmoreland Sports. Not too many people realize what it takes to put on a broadcast of this magnitude. We are very fortunate here in Westmoreland County to have the Westmoreland Sports Network and to do huge games like this one here tonight at McKee Stadium in Jeannette. We are very fortunate. We are very blessed. So we want to thank Westmoreland Sports for all their continued coverage of Westmoreland County schools.
I don't know if we want to end this broadcast, because if we do, we have to take all this stuff down in the rain.
We could stay
Maybe
here
we should
for a
just stay
while.
here all night. All right, Anth, I appreciate it. A great win for the Jayhawks. 21-6 is the final score. Playoff pairings announced Monday night. and we will have all the Westmoreland County coverage for you on the Westmoreland Sports Network. So make sure you tune in to westmorelandsports.com Monday night and really all playoff season long. We'll have a lot of stuff for you on the website, even though we can't bring you the games. So make sure you log on there. And hopefully we'll be back in a few weeks for some PIAA football action.
Looking forward to it. And happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween indeed.
Yes.
There you go.
There we go. We got it all. We have all the props today. All right. This was a huge weekend, Jeannette. And we are capping it off with the Halloween victory 2018 Eastern Conference champions. Congratulations, Jeannette Jayhawks.
Final score, Jayhawks 21, Bears 6. Any questions? Okay, let's wrap it up. That'll do it for us.
No, we have some friends here tonight. Everybody else want to just jump in. Everybody's kind of gathered into our tent tonight. It's been all in the family. We've been having a lot of fun here tonight, and it's been an enjoyable moment. Thank you, Brent. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here, and we have some friends all around, so say hello to all of our friends here at McKee Stadium. We're going to be here, so if you want to come on down, we got plenty of room in the tent.
Someone hit stop on this broadcast. Thank you, guys. We appreciate everybody tuning in tonight, and hopefully we'll see you in a couple of weeks for the PIAA playoffs.